So let me move the camera. This is the tier list I had a long time ago. Oh wait, why is Gaul Byzantium not in? This is with the BBG with our mod currently. I mean not currently. The with the what was the old version? 14.2. Oh, we're right now at 16.2. So what has changed? Go from the top. France is still broken. Mapuche is still absurdly stupid. So is Peter. But Peter is very dependent on spawn. I think it didn't change, but the Sweden became garbage. It's again like so in a BBG, when I put it at the top, it had +1 to all yields, so it was snowballing out of control. It no longer snowballs and it's back to being garbage because China and Pericles just shut down, or like any culture shift just completely shut down Sweden. I think it's back to being garbage along with Hungary. Like those two saves in BBG are literally not even worth playing, in my honest opinion. I think these three civ remained on the same. Yeah, they didn't get changed. So Gautier, did anyone in Gautier got changed? Yeah, I think Mali became much weaker. It's still good on a free sim, but it's just complete garbage if it's not on a free sim. Because they removed religious settlement, the free settler pantheon, in our mod, since people complained that free settler was too much for online speed and was like giving an unfair advantage. A Maori in the mod lost a builder upon settling city because people said that it was snowballing as well too much. Did it change that much? Like, is it not a god tier? I mean, it still gets extra production from all the wood styles, but its early game is much slower because builder is usually like 4 turns of early production. Like, it's a huge difference, especially for Maori. It means you actually have to look for a good spot to settle. You cannot just drop your city on the first spot you see with 2 or 3 fishes and just be done with it. You can no longer do that. You actually have to think where you settle. I would say it's strong, but not the god tier. I feel like both teddies. The thing is, Bull Moose teddies really depends on the spawn. Like, it depends what we're talking about. If we talk about 4 versus 4, Diplo favor is still good on both of them, but it's only matters in 4 versus 4. If you don't have a breathtaking start as Bull Moose, you're literally garbage if you have no bonus. And I feel like Rough Rider is weaker than most of our war saves. Like, the thing is, if you spawn like in a full breathtaking spawn, you are probably up there. But if you don't have breathtaking, you're like somewhere here. Like, the thing is, why Bull Moose is a full casino. Like, it's there or there, and you don't know where it is. I would even say I would probably put it here just because it's so dependent on spawn. Korea, dude, it's an old tier list. I haven't updated for it for such a long time. Persia is, I think Persia got the Immortals. They made Immortals cost full price on iron, so it cost 10 iron. It made Persia much weaker. Like, you cannot Immortal push, but it's still extremely consistent. I would still put it here, but not, I guess, at the lower of very strong. It's still extremely strong. Gandhi lost the production on Holy Side buildings, which we had in the mod towards Shrines and Temples, so it's now too slow. I think Cree became much powerful with the recent change to the experience. Even though you can no longer get level 3 scouts, you just scout a lot better than anyone else. And a free like, and his potential of free simming is above everyone else. I think Ethiopia got proven to be completely broken. And I feel like Columbia is an average safe. It's basically a guaranteed general in a BBG mode. Indonesia. Indonesia got nerfed by the fact that there is no more religious settlements. You're basically forced into picking God of Sea every time. And also, I'm pretty sure I made this before the naval bots got +5. Right? I don't remember when they got +5 before I did this or not. I mean, it's still extremely strong, but I don't think it's on the same. I know. I have Gaul in Byzantium here. I haven't rated them. Canada is God tier. I think Canada is a God tier. It auto wins culture victory on free sim. You think naval sieves are too low? What do you mean? I have Dido and Victoria at the top. I guess I can put Norway here. But I don't think Norway is on the same. I mean, actually, I personally like Norway more than Dido. Maybe I would put Norway here. I dislike Japan though. I don't think Japan is very good. I think people overrating Japan a lot. Why Mapuche there? Because +5 and being able to pillage all your neighbors with Malons is disgusting. Why is Arabia there? Because wait, where is Arabia? Dude, Arabia is a dog shit safe. It goes holy site and campus, and it has 0 culture and has 0 gold. And it can never utilize its site's advantage. It's like you don't even have any 5th generation. You don't have any early game bonuses. The civ is complete garbage. Like there has been so many cases where Arabia had, wait, was it Falcon? I think Falcon did turn 64. He managed to get modern armor. But like it's completely irrelevant because Arabia every game in the mid game is -50, -60 gold per turn because it has no commercials, it has no culture, it has no production, it only has faith and science, and everything else is either like 30 culture. It has like 350 science and 30 culture and -50 gold per turn. Like, the civ just doesn't work. Oh, I don't even. So, what do I think about Indonesia? I think Indonesia is kind of strong, but not on the same level. It's not on the same level as other naval safes. I feel like Khmer is like just below our religious safes, like Poland. Extremely inconsistent. Khmer lately. Play some Mapuche. I don't find Mapuche fun. Put Australia further down. Where is Australia? Average. I would say, yeah, I think Australia is actually below average because if you, the same problem as Steady, you are very reliant on breathtaking spawns. You don't have breathtaking spawns, like you have no bonuses. Wait, let me check quickly. Do we have people for a new game? Wait, was is there? Maybe we go private teamers. I feel like Macedon got much stronger with the XP change. Being able to start with with level 1 units is so much better. And I think Ottomans is much stronger because of that as well. Is there any other save which starts with a free promotion? I don't think so. But the Ottoman push with Janissary is extremely deadly now. So is Hitori. Just because your neighbor can no longer get a guaranteed promotion early on, and you can. Private teamers. I will just sit there. I will just sit there, but I will go for whatever fills up faster. I will have a stronger lobby. I feel like I should have just started from behind instead of. How would I don't think I should be like reviewing my old tier list. I should have started from the start. Okay, let's just go from the top. Okay, France. Okay, France is broken because +3 plus spy. Mid game you have +6. It's extremely consistent. River bias. good spawn by like good spawn buys. You always have a good spawns. You have extremely disgusting mid game. Like we just faced it. Look at this. Getting level 2 spy is a challenge. Getting level 2 spy in France is much easier. You have a potential +9 on your neighbor. It Intel works on C as well, so it does not have a drawback of spawning on C. Just start fresh. How do I do it? How do I reset it? Oh, okay. How do I add an extra tier list? Let's start fresh. Add a row above. There is God and there is broken. So I personally every game I ban France and Mapuche. I already explained why France, because +3 works everywhere and getting free spy is just stupid. With a promotion, not just free spy, right? A free spy with promotion, so you have guaranteed +6. Mapuche +5, which works on all units, again on naval, on airplanes, on land units, on ranged attack, defense, in any position. It's too good. Too good. Malons mid game can pillage and ruin your game, your neighbor's game. Can get a lot of gold. Thus you can snowball. Their unique improvement is very good. So is French unique improvement. Extremely consistent. People want to get golden age. They go get golden age, right? Mapuche gets +5. They don't get golden age. Your neighbor is irrelevant. You destroy him later. Like there is literally like the counterplay is extremely limited. There is not much you can do. Extremely disgusting safe. I usually put Russia at the top. Reason for it, Russia has a disgusting high roll potential. And low roll is pretty limited as well. Even if it spawns outside of Tundra, they still have a half price poly sites which you can utilize with Sacred Path, right? You get a guaranteed Pantheon turn 6 because your capital is gonna have 1 fave, 1 production base for sure. And so is the first Tundra tile you work, assuming you're gonna spawn in Tundra. And there is a potential you can have up to 600, 700 faith at the start of the first age in Monumentality. It's too good on a free sim. Too good. Also, very good potential for culture victory, with lovers providing extra great people points towards musicians, writers, and artists. Cossacks are extremely good, but I'm not sure how good are Cossacks actually after XP change. I think XP changed really hard Cossacks. Because before, you would get hit twice, you would get promotion, you would back off, promote, and then run back, right? Right now, if your units get damaged, the only way to heal is like go back and literally sit and heal. So I think that kind of screwed Cossacks a bit. Holding them probably is easier now. So there. Where I would put Germany? I think Germany is above average. But like the problem with Germany is everyone knows it's disgusting in a free sim, so people just gonna IRL Germany. They're just gonna jump on you, right? They see Germany, they're gonna try to ruin your early game, and most of the times Germany is going for commercials into Hansa. So like if you want to have the best game you can have as Germany, you just go straight into commercials. And your game might just stand there. If you spawn next to Macedon, who is going for general, your game is over. Actually, let's also rate from left to right. I would say Russia is better than Mapuche, but I think France is better than everyone.
No free for all. Boo. Boo.
I'm down to play anything as long as you have enough people.
What? Were you down to play with my butthole?
Where because I think this is a complete. Okay, I'm gonna rename. This is a complete garbage tier. This is like below average. I don't think there should be a semi-god. I think there's just strong god and broken. Where do I think Dutch? I think Dutch is not a bad save, but it spawns on coast. And on coast it dies to Victoria, indeed, and Japan and Norway and like any other, and like even Indonesia. Dutch is food. Yeah, we discussed it. Dutch is food. It's a good. It's like the bonuses are good, but it spawns coastal and it dies, so it doesn't matter because you're going against Victoria and like the other girls on the sea. I think Macedon is extremely good with the XP change. Like I said, Hitori is extremely deadly. Like now you even have a disgusting cuirassier timing because nobody is gonna have a promoted heavy cavalry besides Macedon. You have a good classical war, and then you can transition into disgusting cuirassier push because you are gonna have level 1 or level 2 heavy cavalry, maybe even level 3 because of World War. You can really promote Hitori due to them having a higher combat bonus. Like it's extremely hard to kill them. And then they also start with promotion. If you're facing a lot of range units, you can take anti-range promotion. If you're facing a lot of fortified units, you can take fortified promotion, and you can just bully your neighbor. Chandragupta. In the mod, he's changed. He gets 1 movement to all units, to all land units. I think it's a good. I wouldn't say he's strong, but I think he's good. I think he's definitely below Germany. I died to Varu Rush a lot. Actually, MGK killed me twice with Varu Rush at this point. And I think it was one of the few games I got completely destroyed, like died. I literally saw the losing screen. And another change is like with the XP change, his scouts are for movement. Right? Nobody else is gonna have ability to move over the hills the way Chandragupta does, because getting level 1 on scouts is much harder. You need 2 huts. Chandragupta scouts with 4 movement can still walk over 2 hills, while enemies can only walk over 1 hill. I think this helps him. I wouldn't say he's strong. I think he's average. He lacks simming ability. He doesn't have any game plan besides Iralen. He's basically Iralen himself and his neighbor. It's like +1, -1. You know, in some games, like counter spell in some games. You know, like you neutralize enemy and you neutralize yourself. This is what this civ does. I think China is extremely strong. With the sacred places getting added, with BBG change, but it relies on spawning next with the stone and with the camp. I mean, you need to at least to have one. You want either the stone or the camp. You can get either Artemis or the Stonehenge. But overall, it's extremely strong save. And with the sacred places, you can actually go monumentality. You're not gonna fall behind on stats. You're not gonna be behind on science, on culture, and you can even make gold. And in Teamers, it's even better because you have extra discount on your inspirations and your Eurekas. So if somebody is boosting you, you get to stuff quicker. If you're behind, you basically will never be behind. It's like 20% more science and 20% more culture, because for everyone else, right, their discount is 40%. For China, it's 50%. So yeah, it's like a 20%. China is definitely, is it god tier? I wouldn't say it's a god tier because it relies on a stone and a camp. Like it's just like, what if you don't have desert? What if you don't have stone? What if you don't have camp? Then you you're much weaker. You cannot build your wonders. Then it's pretty bad. So like there is some part of it which does not make it god. It has a lot of requirements. Yeah, I think broken tier with stone and camp. Yeah, I agree, but it doesn't always spawn. It doesn't have a stone bias. It doesn't have a camp bias. So, and it doesn't. It's not guaranteed to have desert. So you're not gonna get pyramids, most likely. Or Jebel Barkal. Like there is a lot of wonders, which you might not get. That's why it's not got here. Storyline. I think Gorgo is a good save, but I feel like their combination of Acropolis and their bonus towards getting culture from kills just doesn't work that well. Like, you don't want to be building Acropolis while IRL warring. This is the only thing. Like, I love Pericles. I love Pericles, but I don't like Gorgo. Because to me, Pericles and Gorgo, like both Greases, are meant to just freeze him and spam the Acropolises to control city-states and like try to get all the great people of culture. But it's still a good save. It gets a free wildcard and the theater is still good. Free invoice is still good. But just Pericles is just miles ahead, in my opinion. Because Pericles is gonna control a city-state and he's gonna get extra culture based of it. And it's gonna help him. Gorgo bonus is not gonna help unless it's gonna be a real warren and it's not really ideal playstyle for Greece. China like Aztec, even bad or complete broken. Yeah, I agree. China is like Aztec. It cannot be in between. Like you have stone, you're broken, and camp. Like you have a good spawn for all wonders, you're broken. If you don't, then you kind of have no bonus. Same with Aztec. Aztec have 5 continents. It's literally broken, or 6 continents. It has one biggest continent, and you're worse than Scythia. Or like you have like you don't even have a bonus over other war saves. You're literally garbage. I think I put Greases correctly. Yeah, I think Greases will be here. I think Gorgo is better than Chandragupta. I think Pericles is better than Macedon, but a bit worse. No, I mean I feel like actually Pericles is better than China. Pericles is more consistent than China, that's for sure. And Pericles can consistently get 300 culture extremely early, or like ridiculous amount of culture. In fact, I think Pericles hard counters China because China cannot win culture victory over Pericles. I would actually put Pericles over China, and being able, like, you have to think about it. Pericles bonuses also include controlling the city-state. So Pericles gets Bologna, you're not winning culture. You're not denying Pericles Bologna, and you're not winning culture against Pericles with Bologna. If Pericles has Babylon, he has science, culture, everything. Like, I think Pericles is better than China. Yeah. But Gorgo, just not getting that culture from city-states is like, their luck, the leader bonus, if you're phrase, I mean. If you're IRL warring, like your kit is not very suited for IRL war. Like you don't want to hoplite rush, and you don't have combat bonus to kill. You just get culture from kills. Not a big fan. It's not a tier list we wanted. I will do it tomorrow, Ben. I need to take pictures of players like Discord, of the Discord pictures to make it better. I'm not gonna do it live. It's gonna take too much time. You're wrong, China got tier. I don't think China is a god tier if it cannot build a lot of wonders. Can be in between a lot of wonders, don't have requirements. I mean, let's say Oracle don't have a pretty easy requirement, just having a heal, like is you definitely gonna build Oracle. And Apadana. I mean, Hanging Gardens requires River. Okay, I mean, those 3 you can build pretty easily. But imagine you don't have stone. You will need to go Holy Side. If you go Holy Side, your game is much slower. Also, Pericles fares better in war in general. I mean, the thing is, with Pericles, you can just, you know, seam and defend. With Gorgo, you kind of want to go to war, but you don't have war bonuses, so it's awkward. I don't know. I mean, China can get defender. Like I said, China really relies on stone. If it doesn't have a stone bias, I'm not gonna put it in the god tier, as long as it doesn't have a stone bias. If it has a stone bias, I would say it might be even broken or god tier, but it doesn't have a stone bias, so it's definitely strong. I think Rome is definitely he god tier. I mean, Rome is good on all spawns. One good thing about Rome is it's good everywhere. On everything. No matter what. Coastal, land, it's good sim, it's good IRL war. Rome is good everywhere. You cannot not give Rome a god tier. It's just good at every single thing in the game. Because of their kit. Legion Rush is pretty deadly. But so is Free Sim Rome. Because they snowball so much early game. I think Rome is definitely god tier. Russia is bad if someone gets food religion. Yeah, but they have half price Lavras, so it's extremely hard to deny them. I feed the world. But let me check if there's steamer starting. Or FFA. Nothing is starting. I think Khmer is average. I think it's just not as good as other religious safes. The thing is, Khmer used to have extra adjacency on the river on the holy side, and it was pretty. That was too good because they were getting too many stats. They were getting food, housing. They were getting amenities with the river goddess. They were getting just too much stuff before they were broken. Right now, I feel like their monumentality is just too slow. Like they get like a half Artemis in every city, but their monumentality is too slow. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Khmer, but I haven't played it that much. Aztec is the same as China. Aztec have too many requirements. It's too many. It's not a bad save. It's good free sim as well because you can farm a city state for builders. It's it can potentially be completely broken if it gets a 6 continent spawn, which can happen. It happened to me. Like you have 6 continents and nobody can fight you because you have like double-digit combat strength over them. Even sometimes going above +20 it can be there. But sometimes you spawn on the biggest continent, you don't have a city state to kill, or your city state next to you rushes walls and archers, and you cannot even farm it with eagles. It doesn't happen often, but it happens. I mean, having 2 continent Aztec is already good enough. It's already strong with 2 continents. And most of the times you're gonna have at least 2 continents or the way to get to the second continent. But there is a potential that it only has 1 continent and you can't even farm. I think it's worse than Macedon because too many ifs, if no city state, if no continent split. But it's a good save. It's definitely above average. Inca is again another gamble save. Like sometimes you just spawn with no mountains, and we've been seeing a lot less mountains than we used to. I don't know if it's a fire axis change. I'm not sure if it's a better balance star change. I'm not sure if it's any other kind of change. Probably all of them combined, but there is less mountains. And the grassland Inca is terrible. So I'm not sure. Do they have a specific plain bias? Because I don't think they do. So let's start with the fact: grassland Inca is garbage. There is no denying that grassland Inca is a complete dog shit. Like you want that 1 extra production over 1 extra food when you have all your bonuses towards the food. So for half of your games are gonna be much weaker than the other half when you spawn grassland. Inca should be average. I think it's much better than, for example, Khmer. I don't think it should be average. Okay, it might be average. Yeah, okay, let's say it's average. Like it doesn't have, okay, if it doesn't have mountains, it literally has no bonuses. Okay, let's put it in average just because of that. No mountains, dog shit safe. At least with Germany, you still get a policy card, you still get +7, you can still get an extra district in all your cities, and Hanses are still better than industrials. Even without commercials, you can build it next to multiple resources. Gorgo still have a wild card, he still has movement. Yeah, I think Inca goes here, but it's definitely above Khmer. Teddy Bulmos. I've already discussed it. Like, he's either there or there, but I've been seeing a lot of jungle spawns. It's definitely below average. I keep getting only jungle spawns. I get breathtaking spawns on so many saves, but not on Teddy. On Teddy, I never get it. And then there is a potential somebody's gonna deny you Earth Goddess, and again, it's not going well for you if you get Earth Goddess denied, and you don't have a 5th generation early game besides getting. So the only way for you to secure Earth Goddess is if you are lucky and you get a extra culture spawn, so you can get faster Code of Law and get faster how you call it, God's King. But God's King, even faster God's King, does not guarantee you a Pantheon. Somebody can find a 10th Faith hat and he's gonna beat you to the Pantheon. So it's below average. But if it's a Earth Goddess full breathtaking spawn, it's there. But on the average, too many ifs again. I think, okay, let's go to the Hungary. I think Hungary is garbage. I would not pick it. It has a cool extra production towards basically only commercials. Let's be honest, this is only commercials. I think it's garbage. But commercials are one of the main buildings. One of the main districts for every save. But like all our bonuses, they just have been over nerfed in the mod to the ground. Like they just over nerfed it. They removed 2 envoys, they reduced it to 1 envoy, they removed extra combat bonus. Still not filling up. They removed extra combat bonus. I don't think it's good. On campuses again, it's extremely unlucky, unlikely that you're gonna have a good campus across the river. Guys, 50% bonus is not the same as a unique district. 50% bonus is a 33% off, unique district at 50% off. So, I mean, as we say, it's only for commercials, and usually it's like maybe early game 1 turn off on your commercials. I mean, that's pretty nice, but it's just not as good as other saves. And besides that, your bonuses are just terrible. Have a good spawn bias. Yeah, they have a good spawn bias. They have geothermal and river spawn bias. Okay, they might be below average just because of river bias. And okay, let's say, okay, commercials are good, and the bonus works with commercials, and the river bias with geothermal bias might be the thing that carrying it. I'm actually thinking if I want to put this here. I thinking about spawn bias. I don't know. I've been like the Civ is not bad, but like when I play Dutch, I always spawn with, or I mean, when I played it, when I see somebody play, they always spawn on the floodplains and on the coast. Hmm. Hmm. It's like it spawns like I always said it. There is only 2 tiers on coast. Like you're either the guy who kills or the guy who is a foot, and Dutch is a foot. And it's always a foot. It's a consistent foot on the sea. Like it literally dies every game to every other naval save. because it has no bonuses towards naval besides having a unique frigate, and frigates are out of meta because caravels got buffed, and culture bombs on harbors, which does not really matter because you're culture bombing useless tiles. It just has no bonuses. I would even put but the adjacency on campuses are good, but the spawn bias just makes it terrible. I think this is the spawn bias just makes it complete garbage. Where do we put Nubia? Nubia has a good unique archer to defend them early game or to punish your neighbors. The free movement on archers is cancer. The 40% towards districts is very good. Like this is like, think about it. You guys want to pick Hungary for 50%, or you can have for districts over the river, or you can pick Nubia for 40% for all districts. I think it's a strong sieve, but it's extremely underrated. And oh yeah, and it has a plain spawns because in the BBG they changed. It has a plain spawns, and the plains are arguably the best spawn you can have. Yeah, you get resources. I think Nubia is definitely strong. And the archers really shut down any early game aggression. And you can have such a good position, right? So you come with the swords and horses, and you have a bunch of archers just at the back, going up the hill and shooting, farming up the promotion. You have extra experience on your archers as well. You can prepare it for a deadly crossbow push. I think this is definitely a strong save. It has good sim, it has a good early game, and it has a potentially good mid game. I would say Maori is now above. I mean, it still has a higher roll potential, but like they removed the builder and they removed the ability to enter the deep sea with your land, coastal units. How would you call them? Boats. Yeah, you cannot enter deep sea with boats, and you cannot. And you do not get builder. Hmm. And it's again another save that which really relies on high roll in the spawn. I mean, obviously you start in the sea, right? But let's say the god spawn is on the left and you move on the right, and you like, and there is only dog shit spawn on the right. No. I just checked. I think Hungary bonus is for all districts. Yes, it's for all districts, but it's extremely hard. Like, think about it. What kind of river it should be for it to work on all districts? Like, campus, it's extremely unlikely the campus is going to be across the river. So you either sacrifice your we're talking back about Hungary. You either sacrifice your adjacency on the campus to get use of your bonus, or you don't get the bonus. Because this is why I say it's only for commercials, because only commercials can reliably be put across the river, right? What else are you gonna put across the river? Nothing else. Campus, no. Maybe industrial, but still, no. And the river has to land in a specific way. So there's just too many ifs. Usually, that's why I'm saying it's only commercials, because commercials are the only reliable way to get across the river. Settle on geothermal, build campus across the river. Yeah, but you know, there might be a campus in between 5 mountains, and it's a much better thing than across the river +2 because of geothermal. Okay, I'm not gonna change Hungary. I think Hungary stays with it stays. But okay, let's go back to the Nubia. No, sorry, we talked about Nubia. We'll just go back to Maori. I don't know, Maori, like I said, it's just RNG. You need to decide left or right, and you don't know where is good. And now they removed the builder as well. So if you really need to find a free 2 banana or free 1 banana, they basically need to find the jungle or full wood spawn to have a decent game. Otherwise, you're kind of behind. Before you see 2 fishes, you drop a city, you improve the fishes, and you're good. You're set. Now, have to hope for woods. Set on Geofirma, build campus across the Can we talk about Netherlands garbage? Yeah, I think Maori is just gonna go to above average, and like there is just because like, another spawn dependent save. And what if like you move across to somebody who is like Mapuche or France? You forward settle Mapuche in France. Again, another gamble. Yeah, I think it's gonna. It's like it's a good save, but RNG. Why is you're asking why is Dutch garbage? I already said it. Because it spawns on the sea against Victoria, and you know every game Victoria is gonna kill you. Like there is no denying. Victoria is gonna stomp Dutch. Dido is gonna stomp Dutch. Norway is gonna stomp Dutch. Um, Indonesia is gonna stomp Dutch. Japan is gonna stomp Dutch. So why would you pick the Civ? It has a coastal bias, and it also, for some reason, it also spawn on the flop lanes. The bonuses are good, but the spawn bias is garbage. Yeah, it's not viable. Poland, I think Poland. Oh wait, I need. Somebody's calling the door. Wait, guys, give me 5 minutes. Somebody's calling the door. Sorry, guys, there is a delivery. Wait 5 minutes, maybe 3 minutes. I don't know. Be back. Sorry, guys, I'm back. I feel like I don't know if this game ever gonna start. But where did we stop? Oh, we stopped at Poland. I think I had only good experience with Poland. I think in the BBG they made it extremely well. The only change I think it has two changes in BBG. Hussars coming at monarchy, and it gets a free relic upon finding religion and finishing religion. So you get two relics. Reliquaries are good. You can get you get consistently good monumentality. I think the civ is good. I don't think it has any drawbacks. It's a good civ. Yeah, I think Poland is great. Definitely. Is it strong? I think it's strong because it's consistent. I didn't mean to put it above average. I think it's strong. It's definitely strong. Has good bonuses. Has a good monumentality. Unique market is good. Is it better than Nubia? I would say it's better free sim than Nubia, and it can get defender to defend herself. I think it's better. Put it like this. No, actually, maybe like this, like that, like this. I would put with like civ with war bonuses below the free sim in ones because you have to achieve something with war bonuses. Nubia gameplay one. I don't know. What about Gandhi? I think it's definitely above average. I think it's not as consistent as our wars. As our religious civs. They removed extra production on shrines and temples, which made that civ just good on every spawn. It still starts with extra belief upon finding religion, so that is still good. You can still go like 40% extra spread with pilgrimage or whatever it is, world charge. What's the other name? Cross cultural dialogue, tithe, whatever it is. It's a good save, but I don't think it's as strong as it used to be, and I don't think it's as strong as the guys I rate above. When it had production towards shrines and temples, I think it was up there. Right now, it's just a bit weaker. We're gonna upload this to YouTube? Probably yes. And double war awareness. I rarely get to see war awareness in actually affecting anything. Like the war awareness only matters extremely late game, like modern era and atomic era. Before that, it's like -1 amenity, -2 amenities, and it wears off pretty easily as well. I think people underuse engineers in Poland gameplay. I think, yeah, that too. But talking about Gandhi, I think he's above average. He has ability to defend early, decent, but like it's not amazing. It's like good but not amazing bonuses. I don't know. I feel like with Mali, talking about Mali now. In the BBG, they removed religious settlement. No other change to Mali. And it's a free food early game, right? Like I had a game where I had 2 production capital. I had a game where I had 3 production capital. What if you spawn next to Cree? You're that. I mean, I don't know. Actually, after the change, might not be that. But it can make a lot of gold on a free sim. I mean, it's good, but it depends on what kind of spawn you have and what kind of neighbors you have. If you free sim, you're gonna win. If you don't free sim, I mean, you can probably defend with archers, but you don't have horses in desert. And if you go for iron, you don't go for sugubas or archers. So weird. I'm not sure. It really depends on your neighbors and the spawn. You can defend with archers, but your game is fucked. Yeah, I mean, you will defend with archers, but your game, like, if somebody tries to pick on you, your game is fucked. Wait, actually, most of my Mali games happened on the previous patch from Fire Access where gold CS didn't get buffed. With a new gold CS buff. For those who missed, gold CSs are now 2 gold base and 4 gold at banks and 6 at stock exchanges. I think Mali is the only civ that built banks in every city. I think it's a huge buff to Mali. URL, even if someone camps you with a scout for a settler. Oh yeah, that too. Dude, if somebody camps you. But like the free sim potential is there. I think it's above average. But it requires a lot of skill to play. And also a lot of luck. And I will just put it there. I don't think it's average or below. Tamar. I just played Tamar. It's good on a free sim again if you can sim forever, but... And it's good in denying city state. But like I had a disgusting snow earth goddess, but I had pretty bad expanse. It's hard to say. I think it's average. I don't think it's good or bad. You get consistently golden age. You can go triple monumentality, but you're extremely slow. You're like a free simmer, and you don't have really a victory condition. Like Tamar doesn't really excel anything. You know, Tamar I would describe as a solo second civ. Like you get a lot of cities, you get a lot of score, you don't really win. You're just there. You exist and you have a lot of cities. This is what Tamar gameplay. Like when I was just playing, so my Tamar game just ended. At the start of it, somebody asked me, "What is your victory condition?" And I don't know what to say because I don't know what you do with Tamar. Come on, religious victory is not a thing. Culture victory, it doesn't really have a bonus towards it. Science victory, yeah, not Tamar. So like, and not even domination. So I'm not sure. It's just a solo second save. No real victory condition. Oh, Sumeria. I think Sumeria is a typical average save. I don't think they have any like cool bonus. I mean, they have some cool bonus, but they don't have anything outstanding. Like if I want a city-state control, I'd rather pick Pericles. If I want an earlier war, I would rather pick Nubia. Their unique improvement is garbage because it does not give production or housing your food. It just gives raw stats like culture and science, and you're gonna be working what, a 2 food, science and culture tile. Not really. Like it's like, it feels like more like a meme. I knew you would be disappointed. I'm sorry, Devris, but I just don't see it being a good save. Is it FFA? I think I'm doing overall tier list. I don't know. Should I separate it? I think I'm looking at perspective of FFA more than FFA or like 4 versus 4. I don't think teamers. I'm trying to do it overall. Maybe I should be targeting a specific FFA or teamers, but I would say teamers are best. I mean, I think right now what I was discussing, like they could be applied to both teamers and FFA. I think they're right now they're equally true for everything. Like the all civs are rated. But let's say, okay, let's say for like higher skill teamers, like 4 versus 4s. I don't know. I would just pick so many other saves than Gilgamesh. If I wanna eral my neighbor, I would pick Macedon. If I wanna control city state, I would pick Pericles. If I don't know, like, why would you pick Gilgamesh? Like, can somebody tell me? Like, what's the idea to pick Gilgamesh? Half levy on city states, but levying is kind of garbage. And like, you can levy early game, but that's about it. Gilga XP buff from the patch. I don't think he's garbage. I think he's just average. His bonuses don't make him garbage. He's just average, nothing cool. I think I will put him here. He's hot as fuck. Your viewers barely play teamers go FFA. I think I'm trying to do something for both. I feel like there is not that many, like there is not that many saves that benefit from teamers. Like you can say, okay, Poland and Kongo would be the perfect example. They're much stronger in teamers than Iran in FFA. But like I don't think it changes that much for them. I think I would still put Poland in strong and Kongo where I would put him. I don't think it's a big difference teamers or FFA. I think the Civ is by around the same level. Both FFA and teamers. Yeah, I think I will put Gilgamesh there. Scotland used to be extremely good. Lately, people have not been picking Scotland. Why did people stop picking Scotland? Amenity change really hurt them. Getting +5 amenities for ecstatic is fairly impossible. Yeah, basically impossible. Just overall, I don't remember last time I was ecstatic on any save. Even with 2 amenities per golf course, it seems impossible. For just average, I would rate them above our saves, but like I think amenity change really screwed them. Getting ecstatic is almost impossible. You don't actually, not even like, and another thing a lot of people forgetting, you don't even start happy anymore. Before, right, turn 1, you would start happy, you would have +1 in amenity. Now all your cities start content, so that you need to get happy bonus. Another huge nerf for Scotland. It would always have, like, what is it in the mod, like 10 production on happy before, so you will have like average 1 extra production early game on all your cities. That was pretty big. Now, and then like extra science, now you don't. Yeah, I think it's average. Really screwed. I feel like Egypt, I would put Egypt in average too. After they removed the extra food on the floodplains, which Egypt used to have, like it's not that good, and it can spawn in the, how you call it, grassland floodplains. Dude, what you gonna do here? Have grassland floodplains? You literally have a lot of food, like, or even not even food. You literally have useless tiles. And again, what does it do? It looks like a support save. It's like, it's good for teamers, right? We play teamers. I have Dido, I have Germany, Egypt spawning between us. We gonna have a good game. But in FFA, on its own, on like overall save, just even in teamers, like it's a good support, but it's save itself is average. Go stage in private teamer.
Getting it
Sounds
before it
like
was
we have your
good.
hands on. Chilled out in Thai hospital for 2 weeks.
Check, chop, chop.
Yeah, I joined. Yeah, I think it's a good support save, but on its own, it's kind of bad. District with no floods. Yeah, but have you seen there has been a lot of screenshots posted on CPL where the guy spawns, right? Let's say you spawn here in the middle and there is a grassland floodplains, a full circle around you, and the second circle is a full grassland floodplains as well, and you have zero production. You literally have zero production. I'm not even joking. I wish I could find it. I don't think I will find it in a screenshot. No, I don't think. I think it's gonna be impossible. But there is a lot of screenshots where Egypt spawns in the middle of floodplains, zero production, you can do nothing. So there is a potential for that. Australia, I think I would rate them the same as Dutch, not because of their bonuses, but because they spawn on the coast against other naval ships. I don't like they don't have bonuses to fight England, Dido, Norway, Japan, Indonesia, and the rest of the boys on the sea. Like there is nothing they can do, and it's their only drawback. Like the thieves are not bad by the bonuses, but the spawn bias screws them. And free housing on the coast is no longer a bonus after lighthouses started giving a lot of housing. What is this, LaSalle? Yeah, I mean this is not even the worst. This is plains. Imagine all of this is grassland. No one free, just literally only grassland. This can happen to Egypt. It's not actually that bad of a spawn. Like you can move here, but it can be much worse. I think Ottoman. I used to rate it before garbage because it was inconsistent, but now I think the Janissary push is disgusting with the XP change. Getting level 1 is is kind of doable on melee units. Getting level 2 is extremely hard. You get level 1 on your swords and you get level 2 when upgrading to Janissaries. This made this save so good. But you still need to have a good compass to outscience your neighbor so you can get Janissary before, preferably he has muskets. So it's still dependent on the spawn. I would say it's definitely... Is it average? I would say it's average just because of that. You're like Korea, but you need to spawn with a good compass. What if you don't have compass? Then you can't really get to Niter and Janissaries that fast. And before that, you kind of lack bonus. Also, another thing is getting golden with him. Pretty hard. He doesn't have anything unique. His unique governor does not provide error score. And another thing, to utilize his potential to the fullest, you need to have 2 extra governor titles. Ibrahim first and an Ibrahim promotion second. So you are losing 2 governor titles to use the save. That's big disadvantage. If your neighbor has fields in time, you're fucked. Not true. I don't think after last change it's true. I think level 1 field's not gonna hold Janissary, and there is no way he's gonna have fields before he's gonna lose 2 free cities. If you capture the horse with Mongolia, does it keep promotions or not? No. You don't capture the exact same horse. You capture... It basically spawns a damaged unit. A damaged copy of a unit that you captured. And if you capture the core or the army, it does not even capture the core or army. It captures a single unit. So modern armor army being captured by Mongolia will be a single modern armor. With like, how much is it? 10, 20 HP in spawns, I don't remember. Yeah, so I think I put him here. Japan. I think Japan is definitely strong. It's good overall in everything. But I don't think it's on the same tier as Victoria and Dido. Or even Norway. But it's good in culture defending. It has +5 on coast. It has half price encampments. It has a good unique unit. I think it's definitely here. I think it's better than Macedon, but worse than Poland. Let me check. Are we full? I think it's there. I mean, it's just a good save. Overall, it's good in almost everything. But it's not like You know, it's like it doesn't excel in something, but it's good in everything. Korea. I think Korea is definitely strong. Is it? I think you would rate it better than Japan. Watch timing. I'm not sure about Hawacha timing after XP change. I knew that level 1, level 2 Hawachas one-shot enemy crossbow no matter what. I mean, you can probably still get level 1. Getting level 2 is a bit tougher, but I think Hawacha... Yeah, I don't think you can, like, even the muskets can no longer hold Hawachas if done extremely well with a specific spot. And it's a good free sim in Civ as well. I think definitely strong. Better than Poland? Maybe. I would maybe rate it better than Poland. But Poland can... I don't know, like... No, I don't think it's better than Poland because... Let's say if it's FFA, you need a lot of gold. You're usually gonna be negative gold because campuses can't maintain themselves and you don't go commercials. You usually go like... campus and a theater or... Oh, no, sorry. So you want to do, let's say you want to do a Hawacha push. Campus, you need plaza, and you need encampment, and you need to get a medieval general. Pretty tough. And you need to make gold. Like, too many stuff you have to do. I don't think you can do it as career consistently. That's why I would rate it worse than Poland. Poland is just good on free sim and can always crusade, hussar push, or defend and out sim. I think Poland is a bit better in that sense. I think Zulu is definitely strong, but Zulu disadvantage is it can spawn free sim and then it's garbage. I would rate Zulu above Macedon, but below Japan. I would always, like, if it's the same tier, I would say War Civ should be lower. Like, especially something specific like Zulu, right? Like, in comparison to France, I would say. The War Civ should be lower because they have to achieve something. The reason I put France at the top is because it can utilize spy to control city-states. And it doesn't have a weakness for, like, Zulu, for example. Zulu has no bonuses on coast and no bonuses on plains. And no bonuses on free sim. As France still has unique improvements, still spies can be utilized to control city-states. And it has no disadvantage of being on coast and stuff. And a better spawn bias. So yeah, I think this is fair. Let me check if the game is starting. I really hope we can start this game. Kongo. I like Kongo, but what if you get crusaded? What if you don't get Oracle? What if you are against Pericles? What if you're against China and somebody denies you Oracle? What if you don't get Relic? Too many ifs again. It's not a bad save, just like too many ifs. You need to do a lot of stuff, and it's extremely hard. That's why I don't like Kongo. I think Mongolia will go above Zulu. Because of a horse bias. Because I think Kazakh timing is extremely good. Because of a potential late game with Intel Merchant. Because ability to attack somebody across the map with extra movement and then putting spy on somebody across the map so he can't really predict you're gonna go for him, or he can put a spy back with a ridiculous combat bonus. Because I feel like you can still utilize that intel bonus on the sea. And just like you can use Kazakh to move settlers to move across the map extremely well. I think Ordo is amazing. Yeah, I think I would rate Mongolia over Zulu. Why is Mapuche is in a broken tier? Because +5. +5 works on sea and the unique improvement is good. And you can never push while being in Golden Age Mapuche, because you know the stupidest thing about Mapuche, even their cities get +5 when you're attacking them. So if your sword is attacking 30 strength city of Mapuche, Mapuche city is actually going to be 35 because he gets +5 on the city. Like the save is actually extremely good. It basically like passively bullies their neighbors, right? You cannot forward settle Mapuche and you can get pillaged. And it's not that terrible with a free sim because it also has a mountain bias, so it has good compasses. Yeah, this tier list is on the mod, not on vanilla. Oh yeah, in vanilla Mapuche is +10. Imagine fighting +10 Mapuche. I wouldn't want to play the game if I got golden next to Mapuche in the base game. I mean, but we're talking about BBG, and BBG it's only +5. I think it's there. I feel like I don't have enough average save. I don't like it. I feel like I would rate Persia as the top and above average, but I don't think it's that strong. I mean, you have one extra trade rate capacity. Immortals are still good, but they nerfed in BBG to cost full iron. So you need 10 iron per immortal, which is extremely hard. I would actually... I mean, unique improvement is bad, but they get 3 free trader and cultural internals and golden internals, but externals are generally better. Jack and mutant captain, you bitch. Was it? Maybe you select somebody else to captain. I want to finish this. Just let somebody else captain. How is Persia not better than Nubia? Actually, that's true. I think Persia is better than Nubia. I feel like Persia might be even better than Aztec and Macedon. Maybe not Macedon. Actually, maybe Macedon. With actually XP change, I think XP change helped Immortals a lot. It's extremely consistent. You get extra trader and you're not screwed if you don't have a trading ally. I think I will put it there. Yeah, I guess I should put it there. Persia better than Rome. I don't agree. Rome is better than Semen, yeah. Rome is just good at everything. I think so. What about Canada? I mean, Canada has unstoppable victory condition. They have a good unique improvement. In BBG, they also get 1 extra foot on all tundra tiles, which makes it disgusting free sim in tundra. You cannot be declared instant war. But you cannot kill a city-state either. You can kill a city-state in teamers because in teamers they can declare on a city-state and it makes all team declare on a city-state, and then you can kill a city-state. But in FFA you can't. But it still has one of the best free sims in the game, the way they did it in BBG. And unlike all other saves, I mean, I guess a lot of saves now can fave by a lot of national parks, but on Canada it's even better. I think I would put it in the god tier. I think it's definitely up there. The only thing that might screw it is not getting tundra and getting too small of a tundra, but overall it's very good. It's an amazing save. Broken tiers is because of national parks. Yeah, national parks, you have a straight up victory condition. A lot of saves are bad because they don't have a victory condition. Like, what do you do with the save if there's no victory condition? You can't do much. It has straight up a plan to do from a start. I feel like Cree is definitely god tier. I would rate Cree over Rome even. I think Cree is one of the best sim in Civ right now in the game, and have been for a while. 2 houses in Mekawap. food on a trade routes, extra trade route capacity, best scouts in the game now that the XP is nerfed, best alliances in the game. It makes a lot of gold. It has a lot of housing and food means and can build more districts. It's like Germany but consistent. It's not terrible on coast. It's just straight up one of the best civs in the game. It doesn't have a war bonus, but it has every single other thing in the game. It can go culture, it can go science. Not really religion, but like everything else, it's good. Okay. Oh, shut up. What do you mean? Cree is... Tom, what do you mean time to unsub because of this? Cree is literally the best civ. Free sim in civ, like in the game, in my opinion, right now. Cree than Rome. Yeah, I agree. Cree better than Rome. Cree has mecha webs for C. Why is Germany not strong? Because it can spawn coastal and because people like it just will irrelevant to you, and if you don't have a strong start, like if you can't go commercial into Hadza, you're pretty screwed. And if you don't have a river, I don't really like it. It's not bad, but it relies on your neighbors being extremely passive. Barims cannot save you. Mechas cannot save you from Barim Rush. I mean, if we talk about Barim Rush, besides Japan and Norway, there is nobody who has the exact same combat strength on C. In terms of 30 strength galleys. Oh, sorry, not 30 strength, no, 35 now. There is only Japan and Norway who has the same strength as Barims. So it would be true for everyone. The thing is, they have a trader. Like, the difference between, for example, Persia and Cree ability. Persia gets a free trade route capacity. Cree gets a trade capacity and a free trader, and it's turn 5 instead of turn 30. It also gets extra food, extra gold. It captures the tiles. It has the best scouts in the game. It has amazing sim bonuses because of food plus housing combination, and their unique improvement makes even bad spawns into good because their unique improvement is to production base. So having no production on, like, let's say your land is bad and you have no production, you just spam this unique improvement and you will have at least semi-decent production. I mean, yeah, Cree is spawn dependent, but it's still good. Like, even on bad spawns, even without pastures, it's still good. It's not gonna be godlike, but it's still gonna be good. And this is what defines a god tier civ. It's good no matter what. And that's what Cree is. It's not gonna be the best civ without pastures, but it's still gonna be good. Jack, we need you to captain middle success. Okay, so okay, we're resuming the tier list. This is where we stopped. For those who missed it, let me move my camera. Mapuche broken. I do think Mapuche is broken. We were putting one civ at a time and discussing why it is. I think we put Dutch in Australia. I would put them in a garbage, and I made the reasoning for that is because they spawn naval and they're extremely weak naval is just because of the coastal bias. I think their bonuses are good. They're just completely trash because of their spawn bias. Because going as these guys against Norway, Dido, Japan, Victoria, and Indonesia, it just really sucks. Is Cree god even after XP nerf? I think a lot of people underrate, but I think XP nerf actually helped Cree more than Hearted. And the reason for it is Cree is the only one who can reliably get leveled up scouts, so they scout the map extremely fast, much faster than anyone else. Everyone else now needs 2 huts for scout to level up. One of the scouts has to be taken with the hut, which is a pretty hard requirement to meet. So Cree doesn't need it. In the base game, they start with promotion. In BBG, they start with forest and jungle movement instead of promotion because it was done before for level 3, but I'm supposed that's gonna be reverted at some point. back to the vanilla because XP change made a huge difference. But no matter what, vanilla or BBG is basically the same. Starting with ability to have no movement penalty on some terrain over other scouts is huge. You scout the map so much faster. It's insane. And also the seeming potential of Cree is unmatched. I mean Germany can, but Germany needs a pretty specific spot for it. Cree in a lot of spawns just gonna do it a lot better. If you have 5 pastures, 6 pastures, you have a god spawn, you're gonna have a disgusting game, you're gonna seem out of control, nobody is gonna catch you, you're gonna make a lot of gold, you're gonna have a lot of production. We already discussed it's extremely good with a trade route, and just basically all the bonuses are good. Why is Bull Moose below average? Too much RNG. Yeah, too much RNG. Okay, so I already explained it yesterday, everything, all these picks. I don't really want to do it for a second time because like I'm just gonna be getting asked every time. So you can check the vote. I think it was in between the games, between the Georgia game and the teamers I played yesterday. It was literally during the waiting process. Extremely easy to find if you guys want to see. Let's go back to the civ. We haven't rated it. So both Eleanors. I think England Eleanor is. I think it's extremely under. I think it's extremely good save, but it's underused. The reason for it, like people rate Victoria extremely highly, but a lot of people forget about Eleanor England. The reason, like the only difference between Victoria England and Eleanor England is the fact that she doesn't get a free boat or a free territorial capacity or a free melee unit while settling on a new continent. I mean, boats on all harbors as well. They are not restricted by the continent. But it's still a good save. All other bonuses are still there. It still gets 2 admiral points per turn. It still gets extra adjacency on harbor on a different continent. It still gets busted industrials. It still gets production towards industrials and the factories and get more production. Research labs give more production. Broadcast centers give more culture. Everything that is powered give more culture. They still get more coal. They still get more iron. This is the main bonuses, and they're still there. So I think this civ is extremely good. But free boats is a lot of tempo, which is the reason Victoria is considered much higher than this civ. But the civ is still good. And a lot of times, for example, in CVC, when Victoria is getting banned and Dido is getting banned, Eleanor becomes one of those picks. Wait, yeah, it's an English Eleanor. Yeah, I was just confused if it was a French one. Yeah, it's English. Eleanor becomes a naval civ to consider because, like, outside of free boats, it's a Victoria. Oh my god. Do you understand what average means? Yes, I do. I do, Corny. So I think this is above average civ, but it still suffers from the same problem that other naval civs do, where they're extremely weak on land. Would I say it's strong? I think it's above average. Yeah, I think I will put it here. I don't think it's extremely strong, but I think it's not on the same level as their civs, but there. French Eleanor, I think it's below average. I have no idea why would you ever pick this civ. It seems just kinda a meme. I don't know. I don't understand why would you ever pick this civ. Like, it's just a meme with getting a lot of books and trying to flip your neighbor, but she doesn't have really very good bonuses towards culture winning. I would not pick it. Maybe if you're going against somebody who doesn't know how to, like, defend culture, you can do something. But overall, I feel like this is a bad save. It doesn't see play. almost nobody picks it in Timers. And whenever somebody picks it in Timers, he just gets screamed on to switch or he's trolling. I think I will go with single player save. Yeah, I think it's just to troll AI, you know, to flip their cities with loyalty. I think Brazil is an average save, but I think it's like at the top of average. The reason for it, like it can get good campuses, it can get good commercials, but Brazil L will lacks production. Their unique unit is good, but it's extremely hard to reach, and if you're coastal, it's kind of awkward because you will get stomped before you reach them by ironclads, by caravels, by frigates, even by longships and barims. Like, you're just not a naval safe, so it's extremely awkward. And it also has no production. In the base game, you can go Holy Site plus Work Ethic, but in BBG, Work Ethic only gives production equal to Shrine and Temples, because it's just stupid if you can get plus 24 production Holy Site. On Brazil, it's better than anything else in terms of production you put in and production you get back. But the save is decent. I wouldn't say it's above average. I think it's kind of there. Indonesia, I think, is above average save. It secures God of Sea every game turn 6, unless you get lucky turn 2, turn 3 relic, then you can snatch it from Indonesia. And Indonesia really got screwed with the caravel change. Now that caravels are the main meta of spamming stuff, like of spamming spammable units on water, the drunks are not as scary as they used to be. And I don't really have any good any bonuses towards harbors or getting admirals, which is what matters on the sea. One benefit of a drunk is like it's a medieval unit, so you only need classical admiral. But you're much slower on tempo than the Dido or Victoria, and you don't free sim as well as them because your harbors are so expensive, while Dido and Victoria harbors are extremely cheap due to them being unique. I feel like, to me, Indonesia is a kind of safe. It's like a counter pick, right? It is good at fighting against Victoria, but it's not good overall. Like, it doesn't seem that well. It's basically, it's the whole point of Indonesia to just shut down another naval safe through John Grush and through the 9 God of Sea. I think Christina is Sweden is a terrible save. Like, it has no bonuses towards like, I mean, okay, it has bonuses towards winning, but they're extremely hard to achieve because you need to both get the wonders and you need to get the great writers, the great artists, the great musicians. And it's extremely hard because, let's say, if there is a China or Pericles in the game, one of them is gonna deny books and writers, artists, and musicians, and another is gonna deny all the wonders. Even if it's only one of them, just the fact if China is in the game, it's gonna deny all the wonders, and it's gonna take all the writers because of Oracle. If it's only Pericles, you might get the wonders, but you're not gonna get a single musician, artist, or writer against Pericles if he's playing it correctly. And obviously, Pericles is also gonna deny you all the city-states. The sieve itself is, like, the bonuses again is not bad, but it just get denied everything and cannot really utilize its bonuses that well. The Caroline push can be deadly, but I think the well-timed, I mean, if you get the muskets, you can probably defend them, and they're not that far from field cannons, so you get the field cannons and then they completely shut down them. Okay, guys, let's see what you're saying. Timur Sweden, if free simming is dangerous for the Diplo. For the Diplo. Yeah, it has a potential to to swing Congress in his favor for the team. But like, think about it. Aren't you just better picking one of the teddies? I even better Rough Rider Teddy. Rough Rider Teddy is so much better. He gets a consistent flow of Diplo favor to win the Congress. And he's actually a good save. He can also secure a city state, because when they have created the Rough Rider, they made it so if he send the trader to a city state, he gets double invoice towards it. He also pretty tough to kill, and he gets one of his cards converted to wild card. And wild cards are the best cards in the game, while Diplo cards are the worst cards in the game. So Diplo victory powerhouse and 50 production to workshops. I don't know, it's just a meme save. Like, their unique improvement is good, but it comes extremely late, and it provides no production. I mean, it gives a lot of culture, but the thing is, it comes late, and to get there, you need a lot of culture. But if somebody is denying you culture, like Pericles taking all your writers, you cannot get there. Also, another big thing, her unique building is a replacement for, not even a replacement, it's Governor Plaza building, and the disadvantage of it is if you build it, you cannot get a spy, you cannot get foreign ministry. So while the Sweden is a diplomatic victory powerhouse, so-called, right? It can't build a foreign ministry, so it doesn't get extra favor. So in the end, if a guy builds a foreign ministry, he's not going to be that far behind Sweden in terms of favor. I mean, depends on how many great people Sweden is taking, but it's not going to be such a huge difference. Probably like 50 favor on online speed for age. You're gonna play Teamers. I'm gonna wait for 2 versus 2. I have a game with MGK in 1 hour 50 minutes. So we're waiting that. And I will do the tier list meanwhile. I'm waiting for that. So yeah, I think Sweden here. Does it have anything else? Nobel Prize. Oh yeah, it has a Nobel Prize what do you call it, event. But it never happens in online games. Because I think the Faraxes designed it in such a way that it does not trigger before what, modern era? Is it industrial? I think it's either industrial or modern era, which is kind of on turn 100. So on turn 100, you get an option to start a Nobel Prize, which is gonna last for 20 turns. So the first Nobel Prize finishes like turn 120, right? When you get the bonuses from Nobel Prize. Yeah, that's kind of too late. Like on turn 120, a free simmer will already be in space, or won the culture victory, or Diplo victory will be achieved, or even domination. Somebody already ate all his neighbors and bullying the rest. Like I think if they moved Nobel Prize earlier, maybe this would have a reasonable bonus, because Sweden is extremely good at winning Nobel Prizes. So like, if Nobel Prize were consistent and Sweden is good, is the only one who can win Nobel Prize, so it gets all the bonuses, and bonuses of winning Nobel Prize are pretty good, like getting free musician, free artist, free scientist, and free engineer. That's a lot of points. It's actually pretty good and goes along well with their bonus. I would consider them, but I think the huge disadvantage is like the fact that your unique building is in Plaza. I don't think it should be replacing. I think it should be an addition. Like, you know, you can build foreign ministry, and then you can also build the Queen Bibliothèque. But the fact that you have to make a choice between Queen Bibliothèque and foreign ministry, or Intel agency, or even Grandmaster Chapel, because like you want some faith, maybe you will go Earth Goddess Monumentality, right? And then want to use that for that faith, but you need to defend yourself in the mid game. Again, like, that building is good on paper, but it's bad because it replaces something, so you lose on that bonus. So it has to not only be good, it has to be so good that it overshadows what it's replacing and is worth it over it. And the Queen Bibliothèque is like basically a free Padana, which is not bad. Can we talk about Chandra being same tier as Germany, Kupa, and Malay? I mean, the reason I put Germany so low is and Kupa is because they're so spawn dependent. Like Germany needs to go commercials into Hanzas, and it's too slow. And Maori can just settle next to Zulu and Genghis Khan and dies. Or it can like get bullied by Norway. It's just too many ifs. What if you don't find coast? What if you don't have a good spawn? What if Germany spawns on the coast so you can't go commercials plus Hansa? It cannot be a strong save if it has a lot of ifs. Talking about like Chandragupta bonuses are pretty straight up. He rallies his neighbors and the XP change made it so you can move over the 2 tiles with a scout. Aztec is not okay. I'm gonna lower Aztec. Yeah, maybe I should move it here. Can I move it? Can I somehow move this? God. I can't select, but I can't scroll down. Do it like this. 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 Perfect. So I can see it easier. So Aztec is not okay. I agree. I feel like I should not put Aztec so high up. Yeah, I think actually Nubia and Aztec. I played Nubia yesterday. I think it's a not a very good save. I would actually put it here. I played Nubia. I changed my mind. I think the save is actually pretty bad. I did extremely bad with it. And I don't think I want to be playing that save again. And the pyramids are not as good as I thought they would be. Wait, I need to move. Where can I put my camera? Like the pyramids are not as good as I thought they would be. And they have to be adjacent to the city center, and sometimes you cannot just build them adjacent to the city center, so it's extremely awkward. And even the and even like if you build them next to the campuses, it's just so bad, and you can't bully somebody if you have no neighbor. You can't bully anyone with your archers. And like 2 gold on a luxury mine and 1 extra production on a strategics is not worth picking the save. I'm completely disappointed with Nubia. I wanted to do it yesterday. Aztec being... Yeah, I think I overrated Aztec. The reason I only put it... Where did I put it? I put it... Wait, why did... The reason I put Aztec so high up is a potential of 5 continents and build a farm, but I think it's actually an average save. Before, actually, Aztec used to be considered an extremely strong save, but it stopped getting picked because of the standard ridges becoming a thing where you cannot access the other continent because the mountains are blocking it. So yeah, I think I overrated Aztec. I think I'm gonna move it to average, and this way Corny is not even mad that I have too many saves in average. I think it's fair. Nubia higher than Japan. I thought it was a strong save. I got convinced how good the pyramids are, but I think the save is pretty bad. I was extremely disappointed with it. After yesterday game. Oh my god, I can't move it to the right. This white bar is killing me. Put Nubia and China higher. No, I'm never putting Nubia higher. I think the civ is pretty bad. Chandra and I think Chandragupta are two, and how you call him, Gandhi, and Gandhi too high. Would you put them on average? I haven't actually seen anyone play Gandhi for a long time. Cooper, Germany, Indo seems to be a little low. But they're extremely spawned. I mean, I wanted to put Indonesia here at the top. I just didn't adjust it yet. But I feel like Germany is extremely spawn dependent, no? Nubia is you're a bad Nubia player. Nubia is a good save. Tell me who played well on Nubia. I haven't seen anyone do extremely well on Nubia. I mean, let's say, okay, let's move Gandhi and Chandragupta here. But like, they're... I guess. Guess they're not that good. I think I overrated them. Yeah, but I haven't played them that much. Harambe. Harambe also went holy side first on Columbia. Abel Brimi FFL CPL number 1748 played Nubia well. I mean, the only good thing about Nubia is their spawn bias. In BBG, I think they removed desert but gave it plain bias, so it spawns well. In BBG, I think in the base game it has desert bias, so it spawns like shit. UU is amazing, but yeah, but UU is amazing, but like if you spawn on a free sim, what do you do with the save? Cooper cannot be strong because like if he spawns next to somebody or he doesn't get land or he doesn't find land or he gets screwed in some way, right? He's out of the game. It can, in my opinion, especially with the BBG nerfs, he doesn't even get a builder. You do good pyramids, you know something didn't do. Dude, think about it. You cannot build it on a hill, right? So you build it on a plain flat tile. Plain flat tile is a 1-1 base. You build it next to city center. It is 3 foot and 1 production and 1 faith, right? And then you add a commercial. It's 2 extra gold, or you add a campus, it's 2 extra science. At best, you even add an industrial, and it becomes like 3, 2, 1, 2, 2. Which is still pretty bad. Like it's not a very good unique improvement. Mecha waps are much better, and there is a lot of other, like even missions from Spain are much better. Nubia only average now. Yeah, it's average after my yesterday game. I don't think I like that save anymore. Iron plane mining resources idea. A guy that has no adjacency garden plus a gun plant pyramid, I guess. One thing I would say, if their bonus was increased, is if they were getting 4 gold from luxury mines and 2 gold from strategic mines, that would be a good save. But I think as it is right now, like, it's just too low. The numbers are too low, and a 40% production towards a district is not that big of a deal, in my opinion. Like 40%, like, open calculator. Look at this. It's 40% towards districts, right? It's 29% off. It's pretty bad. I mean, it's not the best. It's not bad, but it's not the best. 29% off. So if a district is 4 turns, you can say you're gonna do it in 3. If it's a 3 turns, you are not guaranteed to do it in 2, but there is a likelihood of it happening. I don't think you want to work the pyramids, and I don't think like 1 turn on each district is such a big deal. This is coming from the guy who will take 1 resource stone circles over city pattern, by the way. Yeah, I don't think it's that good. I think you guys are overrating. I think I'm gonna lower all of this. Yeah, Aztec as well, because I think Aztec is better than Chandragupta, but yeah, I will put Aztec here. Actually, Suleiman is pretty good now. Here, I think I will do it like this. I think Aztec still has a good potential. I think Aztec is good because amenities are spread to 2 extra cities. Eagle warriors can still fund builders. But like I said, you're not guaranteed that. But how is Canada got tier when they have so many cities that can defend culture? I mean, it still has a lot of production. And like, what do you mean defend culture? You can spam infinite amount of national parks. The thing is, the Mounties are locked on their production cost, is if they don't go up in cost, while all national parks are scaling up. So for each national park you build, the next national park is going to be more expensive. It's not true for Canada. So if the guy is getting more culture, you're getting more national parks, and at some point you're gonna overwhelm him. And the Civ, even like if it's not going for culture victory, he has a pretty good start. Like if it spawns in tundra, it has 1 extra food base because it settles on a tundra. Since in BBG all tundra trials to Canada provide 1 extra food, so it's always free food base in tundra, no matter where you settle. Its mines are gonna be 2 free at mining. You have 1 food and 1 production already, and your camps are pretty disgusting. You have a deer spawn bias as well, so you can get Artemis with your good production, and nobody really wants to attack you because the land he inherits is gonna be garbage. You also get double strategics in tundra, which means fighting with you is pretty cancerous, and he also has to de-announce you for 5 turns. The only disadvantage of Canada is it cannot kill a city-state in FFA, but I think the Civ is pretty good. Why Canada isn't insta-pick in CVC? I don't know. I mean, a lot of teams, like for example, when I was on PP Patrol, they literally wanted to ban Canada every game or pick it. I think the Civ is pretty good. I don't know, maybe team just don't realize it. It also has a late game Diplo favor control, because for every 100 tourism, it gets 1 extra favor. So if you are going for culture victory, you're simultaneously controlling the Congress. And in the long term, you can even go for science victory because of that 1 extra production in Tundra. You have good production. You basically have all around good game. While Atura broken, I think +5 is too much across the board because it works everywhere. It kinda screws your neighbor. I think Mapuche, if not gonna get a kill on his neighbor at some point, then he can bully him out of land or sim uncontestedly. Uncontested. Yeah, I think Golden Age Stomp is too much, in my opinion. And then it can always pillage somebody with Malons and get a lot of gold. So for example, for Timmers, if you get few Malons, you screw the guy who you pillaging, and you're getting a lot of gold for your team. It happened to me. There was I was playing, I don't remember, I think it was Steady Bulmos. I got close to 60 tiles pillaged, like your game is over. You're never gonna rebuild it in time. Like you just insta lose, and it's pretty hard if you're in golden age and you're getting pushed by Malons, and they're not even pushing, they're literally running around and just pillaging your stuff. Like, not only he's forcing you to make units, he's destroying your economy while getting a huge amount of gold for the team or for himself. FFA or teamers doesn't matter. His +5 makes him extremely good defending and attacking. And the best part about +5, it works on sea as well. So you're not really bad spawning coastal. And he has an amazing bias, which is a mountain bias. So he always have a good campuses in his capital. I think you're overrating Mapuche because you don't like playing against the safe. I think I rated correctly. Oh yeah, there is okay. If you spawn out of Tundra as Canada, the safe is shit. Yeah, there is obviously a drawback with the safe is sometimes BBS bugs out and you don't spawn in Tundra, and then this is a handicapped safe. I think I tried to do both Eiffel, both FFA and Timur. I think you're okay. Go next save. Let's see. We have Dido. I mean, Dido is obviously god tier. I think the naval saves are meta right now. They make a lot of gold. They have a lot of science. If they need culture, they can always do culture lines. Half price harbors, amazing sim, amazing potential to kill somebody else on the sea. There is not that many safe that can contest Dido on the sea. So I think it's definitely a god tier. It has a lot of traders. It can do good internals and then switch to externals. It can boost the teammates. It can fund the whole team or herself. It has production towards district and the capital, which helps with a spaceport building construction. So you build a spaceport 50% faster. And also having a lot of traders means you have an extremely good democracy, again, for a science victory. So Dido has good potential for science victory. And it has extremely good early and late game and mid game. It basically has whole game is good for Dido. The only problem is if you have a neighbor who is gonna rally you on land, if an aggressive sea spawns next to you, but that's true for almost all safes unless you have war safe and you're doing it yourself. Potentially broken tier. Yeah, you can argue that, especially on the island maps or the maps that have, you know, like island shaped terrain, so you can move extremely quickly because you have 2 extra movement. And there is also a bug in safe. Dido settlers do not have a disembarking penalty, and they do not lose movement after how you call it, walking out of water. I can show you. Wait, oh my god, why is this happening? Is it multiplayer helper? I think it's multiplayer helper that's causing that. Yeah, I think I need to restart the game. But I can show you. Basically, what's happening is it can move out of water. It remains. It doesn't get penalized for that, and it remains all the movement. So let's say you have 6 movement. You walk out on a flat terrain. You still have 5 movement. You can go up the hill, move another hill, and then you can settle. I can show you guys. I actually want to show you guys. Not that many people realize that, but when you play a lot of Dido, you will notice it. Sometimes you can, like, it's so stupid. It can cut you 4 or 5 turns on settling just because of that. Can we do it? What is Dido? Let's go to line nonsense and islands. Put and Let's start in information. No, let's start in more than whatever. I guess that tell me. Whatever, let's just start. It's so busted when it's happening. Wait, why I can't see that? Okay, I see. Play deity. No, I'm not. I just want to show you the movement bonus of data. I think it's absurd. I'm not sure if it's a bug or intended by Fire Access. But it really saves you so many turns. So not only your settlers move faster, they also have this. Like, in comparison to England, which settlers only gonna move at 2 a turn, while you're gonna move 4, and then they're gonna instantly move up the hill and settle. Yeah, I know. You don't understand. I know it's not just that. They do not get a penalty for disembarking. They also keep all the old movement. I will show you. Where can I get in water? Here. Look at this. So supposedly, right, settler has 2 movement on land, right? I'm gonna move out. I have no disembarking penalty, and I should be at 1 movement because it costs 1 to walk out. I still have 3. I go up this and then I settle. This is the bug. I think this is not intended mechanic. Like, I will show you. If we load in as Victoria, it's not gonna happen. Because you're gonna lose all your movement. As like the disembarking penalty is free. It consumes free movement to disembark. But this thing is only true for Dida. I don't think Jack is proficient ready. Look at his pyramids. Oh my god. Nubia. What is the problem? The problem, I will show you. The fact that it remains, it keeps all the movement when it works out. Like, it should not be a thing. It makes her settlers too efficient. Like, look, I have 5 movement now. Fine. Why is it only 5? Oh, I started in the wrong era. Okay, here. I'm gonna walk out. It consumes free movement, right? To walk out. Here, I lost all my movement. While Dido keeps all the previous movement. How do you guys not see how broken it is? It moves twice faster and then it can disembark and walk for 4 extra turns. I mean, for 4 extra tiles or go up the hill. This is what makes Dido so broken in a lot of maps. It just outsettles anyone and everything. He's not seeing how broken it is. Okay, let's go to the next save. I mean, definitely top tier. I think Scythia is definitely... Is it broken? Is it god tier? With the recent XP change. I don't think people played enough Scythia. But I think it's definitely one of the best save right now to play war with. Considering you no longer get promotions that fast. And healing is extremely important. It says additional movement cost, but disembarking is just free. Yeah, but it costs free movement to disembark. On other saves, it consumes all the movement to disembark, and then he can also keep all the previous movement. I just showed it. It doesn't, like, when you disembark, you have more movement than a settler would have if he started on land. I had free movement out of 2. I just showed it on Tito. You literally have more movement than if you started on land. That's ridiculous. Okay, let's go to the Scythia. Do you guys think Scythia is broken? I think Scythia is disgustingly broken with a new XP mechanic and healing. But I don't understand why more people don't play it. Like nobody else can heal during the fight, since it takes 4. Yeah, it takes 4 attacks for you to get a level up. While if Scythia focus fires you, you can basically trade non-stop and still get level up. Scythia God at least. Disgusting save. Yeah, I think it's God. I think it's better than any other war save right now. The only problem is you might be relying yourself too much into your neighbor. But I think it's definitely up there. People pick Scythia and RL into Classic, you could just sim up. Yeah, but if you spawn next to Scythia, your game is kinda over. If it's gonna RL you. There is no way to, like, you know, defend without RLing yourself against Scythia. If the guy plays well, if he gets a general. If you don't get a general and Scythia gets a general, how are you gonna defend? There is no way to defend. Because why would you pick Russia, only player that like Sim play Scythia? Better than any other warsaw, then puts it below 2 warsaws. I think... I mean, they're not only warsaws, they... Like... I'm trying to find a reason why I put it this way. In last game, Maya killed Scythia. I mean, Scythia was pretty far away and Maya just out-simmed Scythia. Would I say it's better than... Let's say it's broken on the same level as France and Mapuche. I mean, Mapuche and France have a very good spawn biases, and I think their unique improvement is probably better than Scythia, and they have some ability to sim, while Scythia is just straight up war focused. I feel like if you spawn on a free sim and Scythia is just not as good. You're trolling if you put her into broken. Okay, MGK, today during 2 versus 2 we need to pick Scythia and prove that it's broken. Scythia is not as good at triggering its bonuses and doesn't have a good as a spawn bias like Mapuche. Yeah, I agree. That's the main reason. Like they're just like Scythia is god tier in RL and its neighbors, but it's not very good in simming. Like France and Mapuche can actually sim up on the same level, and France can control city state. Mapuche has an amazing unique improvement which can snowball them out of control, and then also Malons. Like Scythia is kinda one trick pony. I mean, okay, you don't really have to like go in all in classical, right? Naval Scythia is good, so is the late game Scythia war, but like it's just not the best Scythia to sim. Like you don't really want to sim a Scythia. I don't know. I don't really want to put it in the god because it can't sim as well as the rest. It's definitely good in war, but it just doesn't seem as good. And some games you're just not gonna spawn with a neighbor. Or Sif is a one trick pony. Definitely more disgusting than anything in strong tier. I mean, it depends. like trying to get writers against Pericles or wonders against China is as disgusting as trying to fight Scythia. I mean, it is pretty disgusting in straight up, you know, like combat, but these saves are extremely annoying on a free sim. I think I will just put it in strong. What about Spain? I don't even know. I haven't played Spain that much. One thing I know, Spain has one of the worst biases in the game. Spawning in a one-tile peninsula is pretty common in Spain. And I'm not a big fan of their bonuses. I feel like they're just too spread out. Getting armadas and fleets earlier, but also having your bonuses focused towards religion, or anti-religion rather. But you still need to get religion. And what if you don't get continent split? Even missions got nerfed. You think it's garbage? I don't think it's complete garbage. I actually don't know where to put it. I haven't played Spain for a long time. I mean, the timings on conquistadors can be as deadly as Ottomans UU, especially coupled with Crusade. And it can get extremely lucky. I don't think it's garbage. I think it's just average. Huh? You put yeah, but it can defend. It has caravel fleets. It can actually fight other naval ships, and it has extra gold. It has some synergy on being on coast. Dutch kinda has no synergy being on coast. This is why I put Spain as average or below average, but I put Dutch at the garbage because Dutch literally spawns on coast on the floodplains and has no bonuses towards being on coast. While Spain at least can make caravel fleets and screw up the other ship. If it's fighting Norway, it's even better because you get +4 and then you get fleets as well. So you attack him with +14. Why he doesn't play? Because I have a game 2 versus 2 in 1 hour 15 minutes. Spain is bad for the same reason Dutch and Australia is. I think Spain is better naval, no? I mean, Dutch has Decivian if Spain has caravels. Yeah, but frigates are out of meta. Caravels destroy frigates. And like the caravel fights happened before the frigates. You have extra gold, so you can have a lot more upgrades, and you have the fleet. Especially with a new change, you can actually combine 2 injured caravels into fleet. Or, you know, injured caravel with the fresh new build caravel. Even better if it has a promotion, then you get +7. Oh dude, this is actually big brain. If you can get level 1 caravels and then you fleet them up, you have +17. You 2-shot enemy caravels if they are not promoted. This will be the first pick. I don't know. Let's leave it to the tournament when it starts. I don't know now. Mercantility has no bonuses to get there. Why Germany is only above average? Because it can spawn like shit. It can spawn coastal, then you can't go commercials plus Hanzas, and it has extremely greedy playstyle where you go commercials and like if you get rushed, you're screwed. But if you don't go commercials Hansa, your setup is usually extremely strong to grant you a win. Caravels don't destroy unique frigates. If you think it, unique frigates are like ancient frigates to ancient caravels. Yeah, that's true, but the caravel timing is much earlier than the frigate timing. Caravels come much earlier. You like for you to unlock frigates, you need to go knighter and then you need to go for frigates. To unlock caravels, you can just go straight to cartography. So if I win the caravel fight, you're not gonna get the frigates. That's the thing. With the Spain, you can actually even hard upgrade caravels because you have a lot more gold. Spain gets, I think, +7 gold to trade into different continent. Or is it +6? Junks can come. The only thing about junks is they can come extremely early. That's why I think they're better than this even. I don't know. I actually, would I say I don't want to. I don't think the Siths is garbage. I think they just spawn like garbage because they spawn on coast. But I think Spain can actually defend itself coastal. That's the only reason I don't rate it as below average and garbage, because it actually has a bonus towards defending the caravel push. These two Siths don't. These two Siths get screwed if they spawn on the same coast as the other naval Sith. Like the only way for them to survive is they're pretty far away. Can you scroll up a bit? I want to see S tier. And I still don't believe how China is better than Poland or Germany, but it's okay. I mean, I've played Germany. Let's look. I played it on 7 Seas. I played it on Continental Islands. I even won the Continental Islands game, but like I can tell you, the game was for me was a complete garbage. I would have done so much better. The reason it's not good is Germany overall is only good on Pangaea, and if it spawned coastals, it's pretty bad. It also has to go extremely greedy early game, so it can get punished extremely easily. This is the main reason I rate it not strong. Like the Civ is good, but too many ifs. If you spawn coastal, like you're a pretty bad Civ because you don't go commercials, and if you go commercials, you get no adjacencies, and then you're kind of screwing yourself. Why Medici broken? Because +3 and a spy. What do you guys think? Okay, I think Norway definitely got here in the BBG version. I just played Norway, and I mean your start is kind of slow because you go holy sites, but the monumentality is disgusting. It makes a lot of faith. It has a good second free inquiry. The long ships are like one of the best, if not the best, unique unit in the game. Being able to pillage coastal, being able to bully all the neighbors, ignoring zone of control, pillage. You can take barbarian camps if they're empty. You can take the huts, settlers, builders. You can just bully city states. It's so good. Like the unique unit is crazy good. I had the games where I survived just because I could pillage with a longship the mines of a city-state, which gave me science and gold to actually get to crossbows in time before I got immortal pushed. So I definitely think Norway is a god tier. It has a good sim and a good war. If somebody is attacking you, you have a potential to take defender to defend yourself. If you're simming, you can go extremely wide with monumentality. You always catch up in its second monumentality. You can make a lot of gold. I think the Civ is extremely good. I love it. Norway broken. I don't think it's broken. I think it's on the same level as Dido and Victoria, and I think it's God. I don't think it's broken. Norway are not as good as Dido. I disagree. I usually like to go Norway more than Dido. Broken. It's a Civ where you have literally every stat for free as long as you build wonders. Wait. Oh, you're talking about China. Berserkers, yeah. The temple gives you production on coastal resources and faith on all resources. It generates absurd amount of faith. The berserkers can catch your neighbor off guard, and you can attack him in the mid game to raise one of his crucial land cities. Yeah, definitely one of my favorite civs to play, and I think it's definitely one of the strongest civs as well. Has a lot of ways for you to play and to outplay your opponent. Norway better faith makes for insane late game. I mean, Dido has an insane late game as well, and insane early game. Dido can make thousands of gold on par with Mali because he has a lot more trade routes and builds a lot more cities. And we already discussed how fast it moves. I think I don't know. I personally prefer Norway over Dido, but I think Dido is stronger than Norway. Also, with the XP change, another huge factor which people don't realize or don't use yet, the instant heal in the city with cotton on Dido. Like, so you're fighting me with caravels, right? I'm just retreating my caravels. I'm healing them for 1 turn and they're full HP. In 1 turn, they will be full HP. It's insanely hard to push Dido. Mapuche is broken in the base game too. Hey. Mapuche is broken, I think, everywhere. I really dislike design of Mapuche in both base game, in a BBG. No matter what it is, I really dislike, because think about it. What Mapuche does, you get golden.
Missed your thoughts on China. You think they're in for a nerf? Can you save them from it? Also enjoy your $5.
And Lauren, thank you so much for resubscribing. Thank you for 5 months. Missed my thoughts on China. I said that China is definitely one of the best safe. The only reason I didn't put it above in the got or broken tier is because it doesn't get stone every game, and it doesn't get desert every game or camp every game, and you might not have any of these three, so you can just not build any wonders, like the crucial wonders, like pyramids, like Stonehenge, like Artemis. I think that's what prevents the civ from going up. That's the main my reason. Overall, I think the civ is extremely good. I love playing China. I think it's extremely good civ. And yeah, what was I talking about Mapuche? I dislike the design of Mapuche because, like, look what it does. You get golden and Mapuche gets +5 on you. What is getting golden in Civ means? Getting golden means you're doing everything correctly, you're preparing your error score, you're trying to get your bonuses, right? You're playing well. And what Mapuche does, it punishes you for playing well. It's such a dumb design. So, like, you should be getting punished for playing bad, but Mapuche is punishing you for playing well. I would rather have if Mapuche had +5 against Dark Ages, but I think like the Civ would be garbage because people would be just like good players would be avoiding Dark Age. So I have no idea how this Civ should be changed, but all I see is it has a good combat bonus and it punishes people who play well, which is why I think it's broken. Obviously, if you're gonna go triple normal, you're not gonna notice difference fighting Mapuche and it's not broken. But if you go golden and you even try to hit the city of Mapuche, which for some reason also gets +5, so the city gets 5 strength stronger because he's Mapuche and you're in golden. Like, just absurdly stupid stuff. If Mapuche had +5, if not golden, would be fun. +5 versus normal age. I think +5 against normal age would be fair, but would people pick it? I'm not sure. Mapuche is dumb cause Steamer first era is guaranteed. I don't think it's just that. Like, I've tried to push into golden, like me myself having golden age, and I tried to push into Mapuche and I couldn't do anything because the city is unkillable. Of that +5. +5, how much is it? Like 22%. 22% extra HP, effective HP. And then he does 22% extra damage with his city shot, with his archers, with everything. So you do less damage, and then he has more HP. And in the base game, when it's plus 10, you... I would just rage quit if I played Mapuche in the base game. If he gets a general and you don't, you have plus 15, he just walks over you. Actually, plus 10 if you're a normal age and plus 10 if dark. Do you guys actually think it would be cool if it was plus 5 against normal and plus 10 against dark? It would be punishing people for playing badly for missing golden. That actually sounds pretty cool. No? You don't like it, Sam? Why not? Yeah, but it would be need to tie to him, not to enemies. Oh, you mean like if you're in normal age, you get plus 5, and if you're in dark age, you get plus 10. Plus 7. Okay. Plus 3 golden, plus 5 normal, plus 7 dark. And when do you not get bonuses? Heroic. Maybe plus 5 if both in the same age. I just don't like the concept of it punishing the people who play well. Especially with a pretty noticeable bonus. Plus 5 is extremely noticeable. Then it just becomes a big cleanup on everyone and would be not fun to play. What if anyone at war with Mapuche when era ends needs 5 more era score to golden and plus 3 versus noble, plus 5 versus dark? You just gave me the most cancerous idea ever. What if every time you get Malone pillage your land, you lose 1 era score? Dude, it's static. Dude, just imagine the memes of you losing era score when Malone's pillage you. It will be the most hilarious thing ever. But I don't think it would stay in game for a long time. Please, yes. Not only lose, steal era score. So it will steal. Actually a good idea. If Fire Access is listening, I'm giving you good idea, guys. Malone's pillage, they steal era score. Then you know it counts as a counterplay, right? He steals your era score so you don't get golden, and then you're supposedly have to fight him. Who is the guy in charge of static? I need to make sure he changes Columbia. I think he's aware of it. I think his nickname is I like with a dot at the top. Eldren. Try to find him. Enemy loses one era score, you gain 2. I don't know, I just don't like this Sif. I feel like it's gonna be cancelled no matter what. Whatever with it. Dude, I mean, Waza yesterday played so well on Saladin, but it's Timmers. What do you guys think about Saladin? One thing I noticed, he makes a lot of signs, but he's also usually negative gold. If we talk about Falcon Carrier strat with Saladin, it's 300 science, 25 culture, minus 50 gold per turn, turn 60. Average, Saladin. I don't think he is bad. He can make a lot of science, but he doesn't have production. He doesn't have gold. And he doesn't have culture usually. And you aim for a second Dark Age to go monasticism, holy site campus in every city, right? You get even less culture and you have no gold. I think you're hella underrating it. It's just most go full per package, just go get few commercials. This Saladin is broken, Mamluk crash. Just get few commercials. Do you think it's an average save? I wouldn't say it's above average. I don't see what victory condition is going for. I mean, it has a lot of science, right? But it can't really go to science victory. It's not really a science victory save, that's the thing. So how do you utilize your science if you can't go to science victory? I mean, you can try to kill somebody, but Saladin usually have no culture. Like, let's say we follow what you said. You build holy site, you build campus, and then you build a commercial. Okay, then you have gold, but you still have no culture. And even then, you need like a... How much pop is it? You need at least 7 pop for that, right? It only uses boosting tech and timers. I kinda agree. That's kind of what Waza did yesterday. It's literally boosting the technologies. It's like Maya. In my opinion, Maya is kinda the same. Maya is good in timers, and I would not pick it in FFA. It's just a sieve that boosts the science for the rest of the team to give somebody to give a decent save a chance to stay relevant or get a better timing. Worse than Maya. Go Coral. I mean, if you go Coral, then you... So, the drawback... Listen. You go feed the world. You get Campus Holy Site. Then you either get commercial and then you can have some gold, but you're gonna have no culture. Or you go Coral and then you're gonna have Campus Holy Site and no commercial. So no gold. You're gonna be hard negative. Because Holy Site and Campus don't pay for themselves. So... I mean, maybe Tithe. But Tithe is only 2 gold per turn. Like, you need to get lucky with the spawn. Maybe a few camps, maybe diamonds, maybe cocoa plantations just to have some gold. But even then, it's not gonna be enough for upgrades. It's basically gonna be enough just to keep the maintenance of campuses and holy sites. You also have to convert our civilization, so you have to invest a lot of faith into missionaries and apostles. Holy site corals, campus, harbor into turn 50 battleship. If you take coral, then you have no gold because you're not gonna grow to 7 pop. Create fun tier for Saladin and Sumeria. I actually think it's only good in Timers. I actually think it's like one of those civs that's only good in Timers because you're you can get boosted in culture and you can be given gold. Like, actually, can I make another tier list at the row below? Edit. I think it should go up. I think he's I think he's above average. I think the same for Maya. I think Maya is not very good in FFA, but I think it's good in Timers. I feel like, and I think I would put Egypt here too. Anyone else? And I think Sumeria can be put here too. I feel like these civs are good in Timers, but kind of bad outside of it. Sweden. I don't think Sweden is good in Timers. I mean, okay, Diplo favor, but I still don't think it's worth it. Kongo actually, I think, yeah, this is for above average in Timers. What do you define average? Now somebody's gonna say I don't have enough sieve. Wait. Yeah, okay, now it's better. Yeah, I think there's like Kongo can get a relic, so it will boost the early game. You're more likely to find a relic in Timers. Sweden can get the books and can spawn free sims, so can actually spam wonders. Much better in Timers. But let's not say good in Timers, just say much better in Timers. It's gonna be below, above average, and decent. Because I think they're decent in FFA, but they're much better in Timers. Egypt is gonna help a lot. Sumeria gonna help a lot in Timers. And these saves are just boosting in Timers. I think they're disgusting good in Timers. But much worse in FFA. Yeah, I renamed. I noticed Geronimo. I noticed. Please put this in the buff. Only good in Timers so we don't get confused. Okay? I think like these saves are decent, but they're above decent when it's Timers, no? You guys don't agree? I feel like it should be this way. It's much better in Timers because it's better. They're better than decent in Timers. Like, I would consider these ships equally an FFA, but if we're playing Timers, I would give a priority to Cleopatra because let's say we're playing 6 versus 6 and there is 5 guys who spawn next to me and they all trade into me, so we get gold and they all get food, and it's very good. It's very good for us. I think this. Can we show me the god tier? Here. I can't really expand it more. Can I make it? Doesn't let me go higher. How can I hide this? How about Tierlist? It's gonna maybe next time. I already started this list. I mean, for FFA, I will have to split a lot. I don't think anything changes. Like, these saves are good in FFA and Teamers. These saves are god tier in both FFA and Teamers. This is fair for both FFA and Teamers. I don't think there is much change besides these saves, which I decided to put much better in Teamers. Okay, let's go to the Victoria. I mean, Victoria is definitely top tier. I would personally, I don't know how, like, a lot of people ask me what is better, Victoria and Dida, and I don't know. I think they're equally good, but I personally prefer Victoria. Gorgo only good in Timers. No, it's better in FFA because you clear barbarians. Okay, let's go back to Victoria. I think Victoria better than Dida. I think Dido free sim is better than Victoria because of extra movement on settlers. But I really like the fact that you don't need to build your navy as England and you get more admiral points per turn. So you basically have 3 boats, which is a huge tempo, and then you invest a lot less into projecting and just trying to get the general. Not general, admiral is much easier. You just put a lot less production and you get the same effort as, for example, Dido will have to put into getting admiral and getting the fleet up, even with extra production towards boats. I'm actually thinking. Wrong now. I think I can keep it this way. I'm just thinking, should I put naval saves above these saves? I think it's maybe above Canada. I think I put it this way. Columbia garbage here. I mean, I think in the BBG it's literally here. I don't understand why people want to pick it. In BBG, in a base game, I think it's good. Like even with all the fire access changes, but in the, I mean, it's probably still like definitely got in the base game. But in BBG, they just nerfed it too much. Like it's basically a free general sieve right now. And you don't need a big brain to get a general. You literally build encampment around 2 projects, and it's the all difference between a Mongolia and a Columbia. I mean, in terms of getting general. I don't understand why people want to pick it. Like I really dislike the Colombian BBG. Been a long time since good Aztec game. Return of Montezuma soon. Actually, maybe. I don't know. Like in the BBG, they nerfed Haciendas, they nerfed promotion ability, they removed movement, they removed normal generals. It's literally a free general save. And it's not even that good. Like if you think about it, like just do a comparison. Mongolia against Columbia. Mongolia gets +1 on all cavalry units. Same as general. Right? So general gives 1 extra movement. It doesn't even do it anymore. It's literally garbage now. It doesn't even get an extra movement in BBG anymore. It's so bad. So this Ordo gives 1 extra movement and he has +3 base. A general is +1 movement and +5 base. So without general, Mongolia is almost as strong as Columbia in the mod. And then you get a general, and you get extra movement, and now +5. Like, what were they thinking when they nerfed Columbia? Like, why would I ever play that? I don't know why people even pick it. Like, guys, it's not that hard. Just run projects for a general. Getting in generals is not that hard. It's actually extremely easy. And I don't know. Yeah, I think I just put Columbia there. Jack, I turn 18 tomorrow. What should I do first with my new powers? I was just thinking, what did I do? I don't really care about birthdays, but I guess 18 is like a special day. I can smoke a pack of 6. Oh yeah. I don't know. I don't recommend drinking alcohol or smoking. I'm against smoking and drinking. Should I say go fuck somebody? I guess it all comes down to that. Just go find and fuck somebody. Jack thinking if he's uncle molesting. My friend drove me on the highway and lost his license instantly on the 18th. Do it like Mapuche has +5 without general. I think what they have to do in BBG make Columbia actually be a decent save and not OP. With the XP change, I don't think a promotion not requiring to end the turn is OP anymore. I think it's completely fine with a new XP change. That should be reverted for all units. I think they should revert Haciendas, give them back. I don't know, the normal generals is kind of awkward with them, right? I guess I would still probably return the normal generals, and I would just remove the extra movement. Basically, base game save without the extra movement. I think it would be completely fine then. But then the general is literally +5 and nothing else, right? Yeah, I think I would just remove the movement. The thing is, if you keep the movement, that you need to come up with some other idea for BBG Chandragupta. Because if you keep the movement, he's literally a better version of Chandragupta. So yeah, I would say just remove the movement. And keep him base game. And the save is completely fine. Mikasi, have you played the pirate scenario? Yeah, we did. I think unique improvement is fair. I agree. I think it was completely fine. You know, there is a good alcohol which don't have a lot of alcohol in it. I don't want to start. I don't really want to even start to drink alcohol. It's not in my interest. I don't know why they nerf haciendas. Some people complained that haciendas were extremely spammable, as if people would unimprove every single thing except for haciendas, right? And only improve them. Like it was only haciendas and nothing else. And some people disliked it. That's the same reason they removed missions being stackable next to each other. Some people said, oh dude, they just brainlessly spam unique improvement. That's not how the game should be. Like you should be utilizing your mega brain to decide where to put an each improvement, right? You can't just randomly drop them everywhere. And that's why they removed them into trash. I mean, nerf them into trash, not removed. I mean, you at this point you can even say removed. I wouldn't build haciendas. The whole point of haciendas is stacking them next to each other, and they made them not buildable on hills because people were spamming them over mines. And when that argument appeared, I was like, guys, the fuck you talking about? You complain about unique improvement being spammable, yet all you do, all of you, all you do, like all of you, what you do, you chop every single thing and put mines everywhere and nothing else. All of you. You see a stone on the hill, people see stone, oh man, what a great chop. Oh look, woods on hill, oh man, can't wait to chop this. Like, oh, banana on the hill, man, I'm gonna chop banana. Oh, jungle gonna chop it too to put a mine. Like, people only spam mines right now in the game. And then the same people come in and say, oh, dude, the people are just mindlessly putting in improvement everywhere. They don't put a thought. No, dude, it's literally the same people just mindlessly chop every single thing. Before fire access even changed, like the lumber mills and quarries, people chopped even the flat tiles of woods. Like it was literally chop every single tile until you can put the mines. Also, mine does not look at mercantilism. It's your fault that you made haciendas a problem. At start, you complained that it's weaker macro, so code makes it earlier and spammable. No, don't put it on me. No, it's not my fault. I think specialist slots are so bad in Civ 6 that people basically can only get hammers from mines. I mean, in BBG, they buffed all the specialists by +1 yield. So, specialist is, in the base game, is 2 science, for example, for campus. In the BBG, it's 3, and it gets +1 extra science at research labs. And it becomes 4 science. Like, I usually, when I'm struggling on science, I usually run specialists. Like I did yesterday in the Nubia game, I was running specialists in all my cities because 3 specialists is 12 science. That's not as bad. I will eat Burger King just for you, my friend. At your 90th birthday. That sounds cool. In Gran Columbia. You know, they should also give you like a happy birthday hat, you know, like a triangle. I think Gran Columbia is better than all our below average saves. I don't think so. I think BBG Columbia is at the dumpster it deserves to be. Wait. The fuck is this? Isn't it literally the same English Eleanor that we had before? Yeah, I'm going. I just don't understand. We already have. This is English. This is French. Who is this? Eleanor China. I don't know why they put it. I guess. I'm pretty sure this is English and this is English. Okay, I guess it messed up. I think Ethiopia is actually got here. Let's go to Ethiopia. Even in BBG North, in the base game, it's one of the stupidest safe I have ever seen. Even in BBG, it's one of the stupidest safe I have ever seen. And it came at the best timing it could have possibly asked for, when they changed the city states, when they made Faith CS just broken. Like Faraxis made Faith CS broken. Wait, was it before or after they changed Ethiopia? I don't remember, but it was about the same time. So they make Faith CS probably the best CS in the game in terms of power. And then they also had Ethiopia, who is reliant on Faith generation to get all the stats. And you might be asking, how did they make Faith CS the best CS in the game? Because you get tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3 buildings extremely early, much earlier than any other tier of buildings. Like, you get shrines, turn 15, you get temples turn 34, and you can, I mean, depends what you want to get your tier 3 buildings, but you can get them turn 50, turn 60. And those tier 3 buildings now benefit from a city state, which is +3 faith at 6 envoys. So if you have multiple faith CS at 6 envoys, your tier 3 building is going to be generating like 12 faith, 15 faith, more faith, like even more faith. And then your temples at like if you have 3 faith CS, your temple is +10. And generally, faith saves spam holy site in every city. And these saves also now get can get coral, and then it can get a 50% of the faith conversion into culture again. I think it's too strong, just because you basically have faith and you get all other stats from faith. You can buy settlers, you can buy builders, you can buy great people, you can buy army, you can buy archaeologists, you can even faith by district, but I mean, okay, it's underused, okay, so we should not bring that in. And then you get science and culture from faith. Like, you literally get every single thing from faith. One good suggestion I saw for Ethiopia is that I think science should be excluded from the conversion. So it gets culture from faith, but it doesn't get science from faith. Then I think the C would be fair and balanced. Basil missing. I haven't added him yet. I think Ethiopia is basically broken in all versions. BBG base game, whatever BBG you're using, I think it's always broken. I don't understand how CVC this go around. China won 5 games alone and they are not considered broken. Nobody cares a better victory condition than them. I don't agree. I mean, they need stone and it needs camp and it needs desert. This is, I said it multiple times. If it had a stone bias, it would be here, but it doesn't have a stone bias. I don't think without Stonehenge China is good as with the Stonehenge. Oh yeah, yeah. It should be broken. Actually, yeah. I don't know why I put it. Actually, is it broken? Yeah, I think it's broken. I mean, I've played multiple times against Ethiopia, and the guy had more science than me with +3, +4 campuses, just with by spamming holy sites and nothing else. Sacred places, holy site, and it was even early, right, when the campus makes the biggest difference. The guy had more stunts than me. Yeah, I think it's definitely broken. And on a free sim, there is not that many sieves that can compete. Like, let's say, if you have like 3 or 5 Fave CS, I think you can get more than 600 Fave per turn, obviously. Before like turn 7, around turn 70, I think you can get 600 Fave per turn. 15% conversion would put it at, what should it be? 90 each. Which is pretty nice. Pretty nice. It's the culture, 90 culture, pretty noticeable, especially if you have coral as well. And then you like it's on top of other bonuses. Yeah, it's pretty disgusting. And then you obviously have more cities than the rest, because you're monumentality safe. So you're gonna have more campuses in there. Yeah, you're just gonna outsim everyone. Ethiopia gameplay ban. When I get it, usually people ban it. I'm actually down to play Ethiopia if I get it in my draft. Yeah, I will play it. I think the save is disgustingly good. And holy side project don't turn your production into plus all stats. Yeah, it is broken. It's just too good. Catherine the Magnificent. I just go straight up here. It's we all know what happened in CVC. For those who missed, one of the teams was it turn 37. They won the culture victory, dude. This CV is straight up broken in teamers. There is a huge potential to abuse it. What people did in the 4 versus 4 is they get a lot of luxuries and they give it all to Catherine the Magnificent, and it increases the tourism and culture output of her project. And then the Catherine just goes Magnus in the capital and chops multiple woods to chop out the project, and she wins culture victory turn 37. It doesn't happen in FFA. I think in an FFA it's a pretty garbage save, but in teamers it's abused. It's literally the only reason I feel like to play the save is to cheese out the victory in teamers, because your teammates can give you luxury. Otherwise, when I played Catherine myself, I thought I could actually win an FFA with it. I found out that if I want to be positive amenities, so I'm trading my amenities, I'm trading my duplicates, and the bonus only goes on the duplicates, it becomes pretty bad. And also, the project is expensive. I think by the mid game, by like turn 50, 60, it costed around 150, 160 production on online speed, which is ridiculous. It's like the cost of Apadana. It's starting to reach the cost of Apadana at 200 production, or any wonder of that era. Yeah, it's just too much. But in teamers, it's definitely gonna get abused, because there is a huge potential. Just settle on all the luxes. Your teammates give extra luxes. You chop with Magnus and you win. Only good in teamers. Yeah, it's terrible in FFA. It's far less. Oh, you're talking about China? Yeah, I mean China is strong with their kit. One builder charge is good. Extra % off is good. But again, extra % off, not everything can be boosted in time. So it's mostly for teamers, this bonus, I would say, where it's noticeable. Like, and like it's the main bonus of China is being able to build wonders. And like it's been discussed multiple times. You guys a lot of times ask why China solo, why is China not up there, why is China not here, why is China not here, why is China not right here? Because it doesn't have a stone bias, guys. If it has a stone bias and a camp bias, I would put it literally up there. Like I would put China right there. But it doesn't have a stone bias. It doesn't spawn with stone and camp every game. So sometimes you cannot get your wonders up, and then like I would say you're strong, safe, but not like I would say you're above average without the getting all the wonders, like the getting Stonehenge, Artemis, and the pyramids, or like Jabal Bakar or whatever it is. Because the combination of divine inspiration, sacred places, Stonehenge, and another good wonders in multiple cities is what makes the Civ good. Also, floodplains, you don't always get floodplains. Like, there is not that many wonders that you can get reliably. There is obviously Apadana, which is very good. There is Oracle and Hanging Gardens. What else can you get reliably? You can start saying encampments wonders, but like it's not the best thing you want to be rushing. This is the 3 wonders you can get reliably every game. If the list of reliable wonders was close to 5, I think it would be definitely God. Great Library. Yeah, Great Library. The thing with Great Library is it can only be built on a flat tile. So a lot of times you kind of need to place your campus for Great Library in mind. But yeah, it's a good reliable wonder, but like it's not the first thing, because like you don't want to be placing like, let's say, +1 campus just for Great Library. As Great Library requires you to have a library built in. Is BBG better without religious settlement? I don't know. I liked religious settlement. A lot of people say that they dislike the religious settlement because it was too unfair. If somebody gets a 10 faith heart and he gets a free settler, I think religious settlement was completely fine. I think people overrated religious settlement. It was definitely one of the best benefits, but I don't think it was unfair. I think religious settlement was completely fine. Changed my mind. He's not banned. I time out Sandra once because he was spamming the same message 20 times. You rage quit when you lose your first settler. It's the most valuable thing in the game. Oh yeah, you know, Pantheon, and like I miss the Pantheon of Iral. You know, when you pick religious settlement and then you lose that settler, they were flat your neighbor or anything, and you picked literally a useless Pantheon. So you get like I don't know, it's just so bad. I don't think religious settlement was broken, and like, a lot of people agree with me, but some people think it was broken. And God not the one who made the BBG mod was of an opinion it was broken, and out of all the specialists on a BBG server, he was the only one of that opinion. He still changed it because he had an authority, being the guy who makes the mod, even though all the specialists, so-called top players on the server, disagreed with him. I mean, there was actually no, there was like, okay, I think when the vote happened, it was 9-1, but I think there was few people who joined later and and agreed that it was broken. But overall, like there is some people think it's broken, but I think it was minority. I don't think majority of people thought it was broken. Remember, chat was also the person who said Byzantium was gonna be broken. Can we really trust this man? I mean, It is broken if stuff goes well, but the drawback of Byzantium, what I did not realize, is it builds holy site, but it's not a monumentality save. Okay, let's go to the next save. Let's go with Teddy. I think he's extremely good in Timers, but I would not pick him outside of Timers. Keep in mind, he is nerfed in BBG. He only gets +5 defense on his home continent, and he gets +5 attack on any foreign continent in a BBG, which I am extremely pissed about. I think this change is complete dogshit. I used to be the biggest America spammer. I used to be that cancerous guy who you spawn next to a steady and you know your game is ruined because he's gonna just bully you out of out of his continent. And I love Teddy. It was my favorite save. You felt so much power, you know. You were literally the kingmaker of your neighbor's game. You know, the best feeling. You load into the game, you're playing Big Ted, and like you meet the guy, and the guy is instantly sending you friendship. It's like, oh Teddy, let's be friends. I send you traders. I give you gold. I give you everything. I will be your bitch. Man, you felt so good. You felt so powerful. You were literally on the cloud nine. You were the king. And now nobody is afraid of Teddy. Now Teddy is a dog shit. He's good only in Timers because he controls the city state and he gives favor. I don't know. I would not pick him. I don't think his bonuses are that good. The other, like +5 on defense is kind of bad. I really like base game Teddy. I don't like this Teddy. I don't think +5 defense, like remove it on an attack, really made him not be able to bully his neighbors as well as he used to. I think like Scythia is better at bullying. Mongolia, Zulu, there is so many better saves. But a lot of people told me that Teddy has a beautiful sim in bonuses of converting his green card into wild card. So he does not need to be this strong. I'm still waiting for the day until somebody decides to revert the Rough Rider Teddy. And we're actually gonna have a decent game to him. I'm waiting for the time. I'm really hoping. Teddy is my favorite save in the base game, and people don't want to revert it. People just cry. Man, I spot like it's not even because he was OP. It was nerfed because people cried. So I will keep him here, but nowhere else. Oh, my friend, I send you delegation, my friend. I send you big traders. Oh, new ally, my friend. I would love if Teddy got +5 back. I would love. Like, revert this guy to the base game. I would only play Teddy. This is like literally the most fun save in the game. Just bullying your neighbor. You felt so good until you meet France. No. I mean, Teddy in the base game have a +5 across the board. So if France spawned on its continent, it actually, you still had advantage over him. It's like one of the saves that actually could bully France. But what now? Like, I did the math. Back in the days when Rough Rider Teddy got nerfed, I literally went into the game and I proved that the home continent Teddy is weaker than +3 France across the board, and people still told me to shut the fuck up, that I just don't know anything, and then I'm just a salty dog who only wants to spam Teddy. Even though I did the math, the French scout would kill a Rough Rider scout if with his +5 only on attack or only on defense, because French scout had +3 across the board. I did it. I proved it. They're saying make America great again. Yes. I think Teddy should be nerfed. Mapuche +5 is not nice, but Teddy is okay. Dude, there is a difference. Listen. Teddy +5 is continent locked. Teddy +5 does not work on boats. Teddy +5 is literally only restricted to one player. Mapuche +5 works on coast and on land. So he has no disadvantage of going coastal compared to Teddy. It's not locked on continent, so you can reliably get it on your neighbor. On Teddy, you might end up with no one on your continent, and then your +5 is useless. His +5 is gonna be there guaranteed, because if you're playing against decent players, they need to get golden, because if you don't miss golden, if you miss golden, you're irrelevant, right? I mean, not irrelevant, you're so far behind. So he has a consistent +5. This is inconsistent +5, and it doesn't work on naval. So he has a drawback of spawning coastal, and Teddy has no coastal bias. And Teddy can also have a pretty bad continent, especially back in the days. A continent could be literally 20 tiles. Those who played a vanilla game or the Rise and Fall might remember the typical game of Teddy where you spawn and you have, you know, like a diamond shaped continent of 15 tiles, right? And you don't realize it until you scouted 3 tiles, like 4 tiles in each direction after settling, and you can no longer change it. So yes, I think Rough Rider Teddy +5 was fine, but I think Mapuche +5 is too much because it's too consistent. There is a difference in consistency, and that's the main reason of one being OP and another being fine, in my opinion. Jack is an FBI agent, Trump elector count. How about playing without BBG? I just want them to revert it. Maybe on my birthday in 5 months, in March, they will revert Teddy. Maybe I will ask it. I will come in and say, guys, it's my birthday. Can we revert Teddy? And everyone will say, yes, Jack, we can revert just for you, my friend. Any vanilla gamers? What the fuck is this emote? Two suckers. Oh yeah, base game, Scythia, double horses. Like, there is, you know, there is some reason, like a lot of time when there is a stupid change in BBG, there is a guy comes in, right? He's acting tough and he's like, guys, let's go vanilla. It's so fun. Let's go play vanilla, right? And some people might listen to him. And we go in vanilla, right? And there is like some simple fools will go play vanilla, man. And then the guy will, guys, pick, right? Like, the guy picks Germany, the guy picks Egypt. And then the guy goes on Scythia and just, you know, spreads the cancer on them for the rest of the game, spamming suckers, horses, or his friend picks Mapuche and the third guy picks Russia and just frames him. like, or fucking base game Australia with double production. Like, it's so fun, but like there is some base game civs which is just like not fun to play. Another also Mongolia in the base game, you know, who you declare first, or the guy sends to trader to you first. So, you know, the typical game. Actually, before they removed the intel on a trading post when you send a trader to Mongolia, you know what was happening in Timers? I can tell you, people were rushing in foreign trade. So there was a strat with Mongolia where you buy a monument to Mongolia, and then you buy him trader, and you hope the other team did not meet him, and you can send a trader upon meeting him to get a +6 on him and just kill the neighbor of Mongolia. If fire axis changes like this stuff, it would be so much better. 2 movement Persia, permanent for the rest of the game, because people were declaring war, peacing, and then re-declaring war. Like, there is so much stuff abusable in the base game. Like, if it wasn't for that, the base game is pretty good, but there is so much stuff which does not make sense. After they add 10 more broken ships into the game in Frontier Pass, they will agree to put back +5 to America. I don't think people will ever agree to put +5 to America, even though Rough Rider right now, in my opinion, is underplayed, and he doesn't have how would you say it? You know, identity would be the best word. I think he lacks it. Like a base game identity of Teddy is you spawn next to him, he's gonna fuck you. You spawn, like if you see Hungary, he's gonna try to screw your game with Levit units. What ended up happening? People complained about one, people complained about two. They both lost their identity. Like right now you play against Hungary in BBG, and you have a city state next to you. Do you like, oh my god, there is a Hungary in the game? Should I be afraid of it? Oh man, who the fuck cares? They removed all the bonuses. Like it's not even scary. Or you spawn on the same continent as Teddy. Like it's not even scary anymore. Like you don't feel like, you know, before literally you load into vanilla 8-man game and everyone have their heart beating. Oh my god, please no Teddy next to me, because they know somebody is playing Teddy. And everyone just, please don't be Teddy neighbor, and everyone like searching, looking if the Teddy is nearby. And nobody's afraid. Hungary is a lot weaker with XP change. I think Hungary is extremely bad. Where did I even put Hungary? I put it below average. I don't think it's complete garbage because they have 50% towards commercial, so they're complete garbage. Okay, let's go to the next. Let's go to the Basil. I don't even know what to put him. I don't know. I died to Basil. I think his unique unit push with Crusade is undefendable if done correctly, if the spawn allows it. But he needs a pretty good spawn. His monumentality is garbage. Unless you have like a godlike or goddess. So people just literally find his religion for Crusade and his religious bonus, and that's all. His Tagma is good, his both unique unit is good, but I mean in the base game the unique boat is good. I don't mean like in BBG they can't decide if they're gonna revert it or not. They just keep going back and forth. But in the base game his unique boat is good, but like it has a pretty small timing, so it's not completely broken. The Tagma timing is broken though. I've played against Tagmas. I think his strongest side is Tagma push. It's where you stack all your bonuses, all you have. You get the classical or medieval general. You get Crusade, and you just go all in Tagmas. And you smash the walls, and you smash everyone. But I don't know, his bonus is just so slow. Like his game outside of that is pretty slow. He's a bad free simmer. And if somebody denies Crusade, he is a pretty below average save. Without Crusader, I don't think he's good. Wait, why did I close it? I didn't mean to close it. Hello, Jack. Hey, you, BY. Oh my god, I keep saying you. Why did I say you? Why? Why? Pronounced Y, right? How do you pronounce it? In Russian, it's Y.
Y. Y.
Hey, YBY. YBV. Oh my god, I will never fucking pronounce anything correct. Hello. It was Spanish. I'm sorry. Okay. Hello, my friend. I'm sorry. At one point I will be able to pronounce that letter. I'm still thinking about this guy. I don't know where to put Basil. I actually don't know. Like I don't think he's I don't think he's better in Timers because in Timers people can deny you crusade. I don't think he's good there because he's extremely reliant on a good spawn to actually achieve anything. I don't think he's garbage. I think he just goes here. Dagma +5 should have age limit. Maybe. I think, yeah, a lot of people keep Tagmas as well for later artillery, tanks, and like field cannons and stuff. I think he's just decent. Are you 2 hours ahead of us? I don't know. Right now it's gonna be 9 for me. If you said it correctly, then the game should start in 7 minutes, no? Oh, right, BMGK will have a game. Let's put then Gaul and yeah, Gaul is the last one. I think Gaul is actually strong. I think I put Gaul here. Is he better than Japan? I had only good games as Gaul. But I've seen people having bad games as Gaul. I remember Rage getting Cree Scout rushed by Gaul and he could do nothing because their unique warriors does not defend against Cree Scouts, but it's not true anymore because you can no longer get level 3. I've seen Gaul getting Archer and Horse rushed by France, which ruined his game. But on a free sim, it's an amazing save. Explain why is he better than Joe? Oh wait, no. Actually, I can explain to you why he's better than Germany. I can. Because he's consistent. More consistent than Germany. Germany is extremely bad on a lot of maps except for Pangaea. And I play Germany a lot and I do well with Germany, but he can do well on 7 seas, on continents and islands because he is not like restricted to doing a commercial harbor setup. His early production is insane because he gets apprenticeship right away. He has a lot of culture. I mean, if I had to choose between myself picking Germany and Gaul, I would pick Germany. But I think Germany is just less consistent, and this is like you guys, when you ask me why is this safe not up there, you have to keep in mind the consistency of the safe. Dude, like if Teddy gets only breathtaking spawn, it's literally the best safe in the game. But like let's say he gets Earth Goddess match in 1 hour. Yeah, I know, I saw it. I'm saying if Teddy gets a breathtaking start every game and he gets Earth Goddess every game, he's definitely best safe in the game. But like he doesn't get it. He's extremely inconsistent. In fact, most of the times he gets a complete garbage spawn and he cannot even improve mines because then he's gonna lose his only bonus. So Gaul is a lot more consistent than Germany. Germany needs a lot more time than Gaul. Germany needs to sim for a long time. If you get pushed by Germany, by somebody who like done a well planned push, you will be screwed. Because then you can't really do your Hansa setup. Because if you start doing commercial Hansa setup while you're getting pushed or pressured, right, the guy is gonna rush crossbows The guy is gonna build campuses, and the guy is just gonna out-attack you and destroy you. So you can only do it on a free sim. Gaul can actually build his industrials under pressure. He gets his production much earlier, even though it's weaker. He gets it much earlier, and then he can do everything else. This is much better free sim, but this is a lot more consistent and comes a lot earlier. Why do you rate Canada as good as Rome? Because free food base means you always grow in 3 turns in tundra. If you like, we have to assume Canada is gonna get tundra. If we assume it doesn't get tundra, it's like it's pointless to argue, because like it's like saying Norway spawns inland. But like it does happen that Canada doesn't get tundra, but we assuming Canada got tundra, so it's gonna have 3 foot base. It's gonna have a strongest mine. It's gonna have good production. It has a clear victory condition. It has double strategic, so it's pretty hard to war. It's extremely defensive with the announced mechanic in FFA. In Timors, you can just free sim to culture victory, and culture victory on Canada is undefendable because it can spam infinite amount of parks. You know, I know you think that I know that Colombia was picked a lot in CVC, and that and it will change your mind. I just don't like BBG version of Colombia. I generally don't like. I think it's a bad save in BBG. Build order Canada. Usually, if it's a teamers, people go builder first on Canada, and then your team buys you a scout. Better early defense on Gaul. Yeah. Like I had extremely bad games on Germany on 7th season Continentalis. But I think like I would personally pick Germany. Like I said multiple times, I would pick Germany, but I think Gaul is just more consistent. That's why I rate him higher. Like the consistency is what defines the Civ at the top. The inconsistency is what defines them at the bottom, because inconsistent Aztec is bad. But if I had a 6 continent split every game, it would be the best best Civ in the game, along with Teddy, who gets breathtaking spawns every game. Like, but you don't get it every game, and most of the time, and sometimes you even get a complete garbage where you can't do anything. Colombia needs 1 movement back. I mean, if Colombia gets 1 movement back, what would you put on Chandragupta? So in BBG, Chandragupta gets 1 extra movement. Which it was changed in BBG before Colombia was introduced. Because base game ability of Chandragupta is useless, since it's a casus belli and people can easily prevent it in multiplayer. So it was changed. He gets 1 extra movement. How would you change Chandragupta to bring back the Columbia's ability? Change Savior to God tier. It also gets God spawn. I don't think it's that good on Sim. This is the reason I put it strong as at God tier. It's very good on War, but it's much weaker on the Sim. It has that huge drawback. Like for example, Rome is good Sim on War. Cree is good Sim on War. I mean, this save are just like they're naval powerhouses. They're not as good at war, but they're extremely good in a lot of other stuff in the game. Navy control, it determines late game as well with a nuclear submarines, and the gold generation, and a lot of other stuff, like being able to reach other players, being able to access city state, being able to, I don't know, get golden age with circumnavigate. Columbia gets 1+1 movement when my fears don't. Easy +10. Easy +10. Wait, why am I kidding? Easy +10 on 2 movement virus to slowly push you to the death. Easy +10 on 2 movement. Yes, but like it requires you to de-announce. Where can we see it? Oh, I need to disable BBG. The casus belli in the base game, yeah, 2 movement +5, but you have to de-announce the guy, and then you have to wait 5 turns of him not declaring a war. The thing is, you de-announce me as Chandragupta, I'm declaring war at you. You don't have a bonus. You don't get 2 movement. You don't get +5. You don't get anything. You have no bonus. It's the same noob trap that Mongolia is in the base game with sending traders, where a noob will give you a friendship and then you send a trader to him, or he doesn't declare and you send a trader to him and you have +6 on him, and then you kill. It's a bad ability design for multiplayer, because the counterplay is extremely easy, and it only works against noobs who don't do it, because they don't realize how to do it. But as soon as you realize what you need to do, this ability is pointless, and it only gives you disadvantage. Mongolia and Chandragupta in the base game. Like, Mongolia in the base game, in FFA, is always war simulator. Why? Because the wall lobby is gonna declare you on meat. You're not gonna have a city state. You're not gonna have ally, not military ally, no research ally, nothing. People gonna try to pillage you because they're at war, so they're gonna just, why not pillage as well? They're gonna pillage you. They're gonna deny you city states. You're not gonna have allies. It's like base game Mongolia is terrible in multiplayer. But as soon as they removed ability, Mongolia is actually good. So like, not always removing ability is bad, because like some abilities are designed so terribly that actually removing ability from Mongolia made it better. Where's the chat? Oh, you... Where did I rate Scotland? I rated it decent. I don't think it's trash. I mean, you have to keep in mind that their golf courses give you 2 amenities, not +1. With the amenity change came the Scotland buff to make it 2 amenities. So it's not complete trash. It's pretty bad because you can no longer get ecstatic. Like, ecstatic is unreachable right now, in my opinion. Like, I mean, efficiently wise, it's not, like, you can still reach ecstatic, but it's not gonna be efficient. But it's pretty bad. You can only get happy at best. One thing I was actually discussing lately is, what do you guys think if ecstatic bonus got increased? So instead of being only 10%, it would be like 20 or 25. I thought it was a good idea. And the second thought I had about it is, if we buff ecstatic, it might be a problem with Artemis, because Artemis can give you extremely early ecstatic status coupled with a lot of production. And if you have like a, you know, the typical camp Pantheon Artemis with a bunch of like camps, plantations, so you have an ecstatic city, it might be too much. It might screw that out of a balance. But I would really like ecstatic to be better. So if I'm going 4 or 5 cities, right, I will have less cities, but since they're all ecstatic, they will be getting 25% more signs or across the board. So it will be extremely strong. So it kind of makes extremely tall strats viable. Like a 4 cities. The reason I say 4 cities because amenity only extends to 4 cities. Maybe is it 4 cities gonna be viable? I don't know, but like maybe something like that. I feel like the viability of extreme tall plays lies in buffing the ecstatic status. there's the same amount of average as strong. No, I would, these are included average as well. I think this is decent as well, but they're just like, they're a bit better in teamers. This is, I would say this is the average, guys. This is a bit above average, including the teamers. Is it even possible to get ecstatic? Yeah, you need 5 amenities, which is pretty hard. Maybe you can get it on Aztec if you go for a lot of amenities. Let's ask, maybe I should watch, like you have ally, you trade luxuries, you have amenities, you're alone, you have no ally, ecstatic become unattainable. I just, I don't know. I don't remember last time I had ecstatic bonus outside of maybe Artemis Capital. Because getting +5 is pretty tough. But I would really like ecstatic to be a legitimate strat where people aim to get it. So my idea was to make ecstatic ridiculously high bonus. But like I said, Artemis becomes a problem. Because then if you make it so, the Artemis becomes the best strat to do if you have a camp. And Artemis rush is not fun, since there is only one Artemis per player. You think Egypt is above average? It is above average. It is above average in teamers, but not in FFA. How is Spain in teamers? Much. I wouldn't say it's much better in teamers. I think like it's exactly the same in teamers. You can argue that you can send trade routes to your allies across the continent because of that, but you can do the same in FFA. You just friend your neighbor or friend your, or just send it to city state. It's exactly the same in teamers in my opinion. Jack, please play war save with MGK and kill them all. I think that's what we're gonna do. Late game, someone declared war on and your fact and happiness. You mean on Scotland? I mean, the general idea is that you reach the late game much earlier on Scotland than anyone else because you have more science and more production. And a lot of people don't even understand, like, at some point, Scotland was one of the strongest civ in BBG because they buffed the extra bonuses that you was getting. Like in the base game, it's 5 and 10%, so 5 when happy and 10 in ecstatic with all the amenity changes. In BBG, at some point, it was 10 and 20, right, for both. And people don't understand the snowball of it and don't understand that extra production and extra science are kind of the same thing. So in fact, it was a multiplicative effect because getting more science means getting more production because you unlock apprenticeship and industrialization earlier. But getting more production means getting more science as well earlier because you build campuses and more settlers faster. So you naturally have more science and more cities, so and then more campuses. So science and production are kind of like complementing each other. So buffing both of the stats was ridiculous because this way he was getting to apprenticeship and education faster, and then he was building them on top of it faster, and it would result in him getting industrialization faster, and then getting research labs faster. It would just like, it would be endless snowball. I have no idea. Like Scotland is one of the safe. You buff it a little, right, and it can snowball out of control. Is of how like these multiplicative effects work. Like, I remember games where it was just impossible to play against Scotland. I remember games where I got Hypatia Newton as Dutch, and I was still getting twice less science than a Scotland. And Scotland was on like mediocre spawn because he was just getting too much buffs in a BBG. I hate these Casus Belli bonus saves, dude. It's so bad. Yeah. Casus Belli of Scotland, another thing that which you can never utilize in multiplayer, because if somebody is gonna denounce you, if you have a brain, you're gonna declare on him, and then he can't do much, and then he's screwed. So another 0 bonus. Who is your favorite civ right now? Teddy Bullmoose when I'm high rolling. And he's also my least favorite civ when I'm low rolling. You know, it's like you high roll favorite civ, you low roll. He is my most hated civ. How is Mapuche broken? I feel like I answered this question like 20 times, but basically +5, bullying your neighbor every game is just too much, and then Malone's into gold pillage to utilize the extra gold you got. Just too much. Okay, wait, who am I in voice chat? They're playing? I suppose they're playing here. Where are you, MGK? What are we gonna do for an hour? How much? We have 45 minutes. I kinda was hoping to do this tier list, but I mean, I did the tier list. I don't know, maybe you have questions or something. Teddy Bulus when I'm high roll, and when he never get high roll. I mean, we can test. Look, if I load in the single player, do you think I will get a breathtaking spawn? Like, I want to see if maybe in BBG they disabled something, you can no longer get breathtaking spawn. I have no idea, because I never get breathtaking spawns anymore. I literally can't get on Bull Moose ever. Just look at this. Let's say we will play with a typical settings we play in CPL. Standard, choose map size, wait, large, yeah, large. Advanced. Line. Size. Resources, abundant. Old age. You reach definition. Here. Do you think I will get a breathtaking spawn? Because I don't get breathtaking spawns on this guy ever. You tier list. Wait, can I? Is there actually a thing to do? Do you think Wilmot should get a Woods bias? I think he already has it, no? I think what he should be getting is ability to plant woods much earlier. Right now, like, if you get non-breathtaking spawn, there is nothing you can do to stop it. Or like prevent it, like from going even worse into disgusting zone, because you will have to build mines. Like if you have a floodplains in jungle, like even worse, like a jungle. I mean, I guess floodplains is even worse, but like there's nothing you can do if it's a floodplains. But let's say you spawn in jungle, you wanna chop jungle because jungle obviously removes appeal. But if you chop jungle, you cannot do anything on top of the stars besides the mines, for example, right? And the mines again reduce the appeal. Like, look, this is a typical bull moose spawn that I've been getting, where you spawn like in a huge jungle and you have nothing. Like, okay, you have one breathtaking tile right? You will have to chop all these jungles. Like, I chop this jungle, for example. What do I place on top of it? Instead of, like, on top of an empty tile. A farm. So I chop a 2-1 to make a 2-1. And 2-1 is not even a good tile. And it's not even giving the appeal. So I would really like if there was some way to increase appeal, like through building woods would be cool. You guys would think it would be OP if you could build woods extremely early. I had this crazy idea. Maybe crazy, it depends if you think it's crazy or not. Where you only get one science, one culture until how is it called? I forgot the name. Where you can plant woods right now. Conservation. So you get one science and one culture until conservation. But you can plant woods from the start of the game. What if you could plant woods from the start of the game? Woods on construction instead. So you would basically, if you don't have a breathtaking spawn, what you can do in monumentality, right, is you chop stuff to plant new woods, which give you appeal and earth goddess, and like basically your game will be replacing everything. Oh, can't believe it. It actually happened. So it's still there. It exists. Actually, bull moose spawn. Like you put a holy site here, right? And you're actually gonna have a good game. Imagine planting woods while that war sieve is coming for you. Yeah, but it will make it a good simming sieve. But right now, like if you don't spawn on a breathtaking spawn, it's just complete garbage. I would rather actually war on bull moose because I don't have a breathtaking spawn, so I can get out of the game faster. You know, irrel your neighbor and ask us to leave. Why is it working gypsum? What is the guy doing?
At his best.
Like, look at this. I think I will never get this spawn when I play FFA. But this is actually an amazing spawn. This is so good. This is actually so good. And there is a forest fire here as well. What am I witnessing? MGK, maybe I play bull moose in 2 versus 2. I just want to see how much breathtaking. Look at this. I'm literally playing Cree right now as well. Look, if I put a holy site here,